unrivaled. And if you watch the unrivaled games, they were a mess. Both of those
Yeah.
teams are trash. But that's my opinion. But I think that what two things can be true, and I do agree with B Will, which is a surprise, but it's true.
Wow, Tiffany, I thought we was.
It's a shot across the bow.
Now that's a shot
I
right
didn't-
there.
I
Hold
didn't
on.
know we
It's a
disagreed
straight
on
shot.
Hey,
No.
look.
I know. Usually we don't agree. So I'm like, okay, I agree with you this time.
Hold on one, Tiffany. I got to give you this right here. Cause you was firing them shots. Now, all right, go ahead, Tiffany.
Nah, K-Sap, you
no,
gotta get a sniper rifle, bro.
Yeah, I got to do something. Boy.
Silencer.
She called him off the rooftop. Go ahead, Tiffany.
No, that's not shade, but I do think a little bit of shade, but that's not shade. I think that, Jeff is playing a media game, and I went back and read the article. What he says is, and he says it indirectly, like, oh, we wanted to give her a chance at free agency. Why didn't you let her free during the time to be protected? This is all a ploy for more stories, more speculation, more drama, because if he let her free back in December, we would have said, okay, cool. They're trying to go in a different direction. She doesn't shoot 3-pointers. They don't need her. But instead, he waited to the very last day. Jeff is a drama queen. I hate men who are just very sassy, very and it's like he did the same thing with Teaspoon too, saying the same thing about free agents. We thought free agents wouldn't come. And same thing about Kennedy. Well, something happened in the locker room and it might affect free agents. You don't think Dana, who her and her manager on Twitter was talking mess about the star of the team, is going to scare away free agents? The same way that people are looking around like, okay, I don't want to be getting called out. They're calling out the fans directly in the final interviews. That's not going to scare away free agents, but you're giving Dana a contract. So I think, I agree with Sister Tony too. Like, Jeff clearly has his personal favorites, which is fine, but I just don't like.
We said that.
Yeah, I don't think that Kennedy is this big bad problem, because again, it's people who was fighting their teammates on the court before they became teammates. Marina, Dejanay, front offices that are trying to win don't care about that. Okay, Kalia Copper and Sophia Cunningham was going at each other nearly every single game in 2023, and they're on the same team right now. So I feel like front offices who are serious about winning, they take a dog on the court. Y'all can figure out that friendship buddy stuff afterwards, right? So I feel like, yeah, maybe something happened in the locker room. Maybe it didn't. At the end of the day, they're competitors. They're athletes. I said this previously on Key's channel. Like, you're not going to get someone who hoops like Kennedy, who hoops like Caitlin, who hoops like DT, who hoops like AT without an attitude. It just come that way. The days of getting someone who's a sweetheart, who's a baller like Angel and Fee are over, because Fee get to tussling too. We saw Fee getting to tussling with Marina in the semifinals. We saw Fee get to tussling with NECA on the during the games as well. So I feel like it really just depends on getting on a team that's going to give you grace. Because BG was squaring up with Rakia, and she still got that job. Okay, so I just feel like we cannot put too much pressure, too much too much speculation around Kennedy, and we really have to focus on Jeff. He's trying to make it seem like it's everybody else's issue but his. Chicago is practicing in a high school gym, bro. A high school gym. They ain't got no snacks, no food, no hot water. But you blaming Kennedy and Teaspoon for why people don't want to come. No, get your money up. Get your money up.
Good point. I mean, I gotta respect that. And before you go, Coach Marcus, let me get Nate in here, because Nate is the one that broke the story to me. So go ahead, Nate, man.
I just had a comment. I didn't want to get too deep. My only comment was, do you think that you got to be careful when you saying, oh, I'm sorry. No, what my comment was, as a rookie WNBA fan, before I knew who Kennedy Carter was, I had heard about her track record.
Okay.
That's my comment.
Okay. Got you. All right, go ahead, Nate.
Wow. Okay, that was a lot to digest. Well, I'll say about I responded to Tiffany about if they could have did that back in December. How Oakland just didn't want her? The same reason the Sky didn't want her. They probably did leave her unprotected, like, well, we'll leave her unprotected and see if Oakland will take her. Oakland really didn't take too many players because they got a lot of money. They probably invested in free agency, and they probably didn't want that same headache. So they probably called and asked about her. They told what happened during the season, and they said, nah, I'm good. So I've been saying this since last year. You can ask that. I've been saying since last year Kennedy was gone. Every time he brought up, I said she's gone. Yeah, I kept saying, I said she's gone. Because just like Bro Claude, me in Chicago, you hear certain stuff, people that work in the Wintrust Arena, work around there about, and I brought that up too last year about Kennedy throwing tantrums. That's literally a thing. She wants to be a franchise. Look, she's an alpha. Angel's an alpha. You can only be one alpha in the locker room. And that's why the backup plan, like it's on KSAP's, you know, send the thumbnail is Jewel Lloyd. Jewel Lloyd is fine being the beta. She has no problem falling back. Like, all right, go ahead and take this show. This your franchise. I'm gonna come help you show you how to win. Which is, I believe, we've been saying the longest. If Kennedy ain't coming back, Jules Lloyd is the backup plan. But I knew it a long time ago because it's the same story. I mean, how many times it could be? I believe it is some jealousy because she is talented, but there's also a lot of ego and arrogance. You know, so when you've been hearing the same story 3 times and 3 different teams and 3 different locations. I mean, come on now. Which one is it? If I hear the same story about you at every job you've been to, and then I come here to be like, man, hey, they said that's what they said at her last job. So is it the people you working with or is it you? You know what I'm saying? So sooner or later, you got to blame the actual person that's constantly having the same issues. Because I deal in business, I deal in management. I've had to let certain people go that was beloved by everybody else, but couldn't do their freaking job. You know, so I don't think Jeff is with the drama. He could have easily said, you know, we didn't want to deal with this headache. You know, he was being respectful. It was probably a chat GPT to write up, hey, GPT, tell me how to release somebody without being disrespectful. You know, it's probably something like that. It's probably chat GPT. You know, you never know. But me and Bro Clyde here, we on the ground and we've been hearing the same thing about tantrums and, you know, basically the ego, her wanting to win, so-called. So I think it's the same story. I think they waited this long because they, you know, saying, I think the Jewel Lloyd situation definitely changed a lot. I think if that hadn't happened with Jewel Lloyd and that investigation, her requesting the trade, I think they would have tried to work something out. But by the fact that Jewel Lloyd was like, hey, get me out of here, they was like, oh man, I think we can get her.
We got
the fact
option.
Yeah, we got a viable option. So we can replace her. So let's wait until restricted free agency if we can trade. You know, see if we can trade her, probably sign her rights. Nobody wanted her. This is why they waited to the last second. I'm sorry. I want to hear it. Nobody wanted her. So I'm curious to see. I'm curious to see where she signs, if she signs. I think she'll get on somewhere because she's gonna agree to their terms. They're gonna be like, look, we ain't got time for your games here. If you want to be on, you could do that. She probably has to come off the bench again. Like if she want to stand a W, she probably has to come off the bench again. Like, look, we trying to win, and you can start you off on the bench. Or her ego be like, nah, I'm not a bench player. But she knew that. That's why she came out the bench at the Sky. You know, she knew she had talent, but why do you think she started off the bench? Because of her rep. So this is the 3rd team. I hope it's not 3 strikes you're out. You know what I'm saying? The 3rd team, 3rd different location. So, but I think they was trying to gauge her market value and trying to see what they could get. That's why they waited to the last second. Like they probably at least trying to get some seconds for her or something. They're like, nah, we don't want to be disrespectful and just trade her for some seconds. So just let her go. They let her agent know, like, hey, just let her go. So we let her find her own destination. You know, we couldn't find a signing trade agreement. So I think that's what happened.
Go ahead, Key. No, go. Key got something to say. Go ahead, Key.
Everybody in the chat funny. I love y'all. I love y'all. Y'all funny as hell, man. I mean, I think like ultimately with everything we talking about, and now we've had our you know, he's finally put this statement out. It's like the final stamp on it. Like I think sometimes y'all don't realize there's nuance and 2 things could be true, right? Like that's what we be saying. I don't think anybody be saying like, you know, Bro Claude is wrong or you know, this or that person is wrong or the articles are wrong or not. I think that Jeff could be doing a smear campaign and Kennedy's a headache. Like nobody is saying that Kennedy is perfect. I don't think anyone's ever tried to convey that. I think what we've said was that, I mean, you have other players that are similar. So trying to make it seem like she's this dark horse just doesn't really make sense. Now, it's genuinely you just be like, well, I don't want to deal with the dark horse. And that's just what it is. And that's okay. I don't think anyone was saying like, you know, anyone will be wrong to not want to deal with Chennedy or anything like that, or that there isn't footage that she be fighting people in the locker room, whatever the case may be, or she's not a locker room cancer possibly, or maybe not, or maybe it's not as bad as Jeff is making it seem, but he want to, you know, whatever. Like, it's so many things that we could come up with. And I, for one, like, we have to deal with this now. Obviously, like I said, it's business. We got to deal with what comes next. But for me, Jeff is not just this trustworthy person that I'm just eating up like what he's saying. I'm just not finna do it. You know what I'm saying? She could be what it is, and it'll come out eventually. You know what I'm saying? They doing, you know, all kind of movies nowadays. Surviving Kennedy Carter might come out later. Shit, for all we know. You know what I'm saying? So, but for right now, I'm not going for Jeff P. That's all and I think that's all I've been saying. Like, he also is a snake. Like, it's something really off about him. He made the same statement about Teaspoon as well, like the free agency thing. And I'm just like, bruh, nobody wants to come to this team because of y'all. So, like, I mean, I'm not understanding or whatever. So that's all I'm saying. And like, to Tony's point, like, to me, Dana Evans is just as much of a detriment and a cancer as Kennedy. Dana is just not overt. I don't know if y'all ever heard of somebody being overt and then someone being not, like, you know what I'm saying? So one person could be just as bad for your team. Like, Dana probably does not like Angel or Camilla, but she's not gonna be overt about it. You know what I'm saying? She's gonna seem, or y'all never had somebody mess with y'all behind their hands, like they.
Yeah, she knows how to play the game.
Exactly. So that's the difference between both. Nate, let me finish. So that's the difference to me between the two. Really, is that Dana just may not be overt, but they're both a detriment to the team. And to me, don't resign either one of them. Don't resign Dana either. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
And that's all I've been trying to say is keep it fair and keep it on the playground. Like, no Dana, no Kennedy, no whoever is not with the fact that Angel Reese is the franchise player and Camila Cardoso is a cornerstone as well. So I like stuff to be fair, y'all. Like, I don't think that's wild to say. If you're not messing with one player who actually produces on the court as well, then don't mess with the other player either. And that's really I think that's most of it. And just protect Black women too. I ain't never gonna stop doing that.
Hey, I agree with everything what everybody's saying.
What you kiki?
I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna fall back, right? I'm gonna let y'all have it, right? I know this conversation is uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? I know everybody's trying to come to the defense of anything about Kennedy Carter, right? And I listen to everybody, and I listen to y'all keep bringing up Dana Evans. Why did he offer Dana Evans? So I want y'all guys to think about this. Out of everything that we're saying about everything that Jeff P is putting in these articles about Kennedy Carter, and you signing a Dana Evans, what is that telling you guys? What is that telling you guys about Kennedy Carter?
It's telling me a lot about Jeff P.
Right, that's his macadamia nut cookie as far as I'm
telling me.
Exactly. Regardless of what y'all say, she don't contribute to the table. What she hasn't done. I did a video about what Jeff P said about Kennedy Carter. I mean, what he said about Dana Evans. He likes Dana Evans. So for everything that y'all guys are saying about what she don't bring to the table, that is really a slap in the face to Kennedy Carter. Because of the fact that you're going to sign somebody like a Dana Evans, and all this stuff is out there about Kennedy Carter, about her attitude and all that. So he's willing to take on somebody that is not giving you no production to the Chicago Sky, that's not worth it, that can't bring the ball up the court, can't make an entry pass, and to do away with somebody like Kennedy Carter. So what is that telling you? So that leads me back to a conversation we had probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago when Bro Claw was talking about the blackball situation, right? I don't care how long you have been playing sports. I don't care if this is your 3rd year in, your 4th year in, your 10th year in, or your 15th year in, because there's situation in all sports that these situations happen. I don't know if y'all guys are familiar with Mahmoud Rauf, the old Chris Jackson from
Chris
LSU.
Jackson.
He was a problem, and he used to give Michael Jordan fits. And because he did not stand up for the national anthem, he got blackballed out of the NBA, and he could not get back on the NBA team.
Way before Kaepernick.
Same thing with Colin Kaepernick. He took a knee, and he was still young. He was talented. Do y'all remember Colin Kaepernick was a Super Bowl quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers, could not get back in the league. T.O. got ran out the league. I don't care how long you are in any league. I don't care if you're 15 or 20 years in. When these reputations follow you, this is what happens. And they don't want to take a chance. They don't want you to be the cancer in the locker room. The narrative on T.O., he's a locker room cancer. And what did that do? That kept him from being a first ballot Hall of Famer. And he did not want to accept the Hall of Fame. And he didn't want to go to the Canton, Ohio. So he did it at his college. Now, that's a slap in the face right there. You see what I'm saying? So I don't care if Kennedy Carter been in the league 2 or 3 years. There's something out there that is following Kennedy Carter around, and these people got wind of it, and this is why Kennedy Carter is in the situation. Now, we got 402 people in here watching the video. Please give the video a thumbs up. Y'all go ahead.
Man, it's only 35.
Let me just say one thing.
Come on now.
Dana Evans is the op.
Can I talk?
Can I say something? Can I say something?
He is.
One at a time. Let Keisha go, and then we'll go to you, Miss Tony.
Oh no, that's all I wanted to say. Go ahead.
Now, I want everybody to understand something. The reason I'm so passionate when it comes to like someone like Kennedy Carter is because I used to be like a Kennedy Carter. I used to have a bad temper, right? And
used to. I'm just playing, Miss Tony. I love you, Miss Tony. I love you. So I'm just playing.
No, I'm telling you, I was worse than that. Because if you said A to me, you would have got Z. I would have go straight down to Z and told you and anybody that was dead, I would have told them off too. So that's how bad I was, right? And it took counseling to help me. So that's why when I see people who have talent like what she has, and they go out to the point where, you know, you keep talking about their past, all you can talk about is they could do like 20 good, and you only can find the past, and you trying to smear her because you jealous of her or whatever. It's just, what is funny?
No, that's somebody's feedback. Nah, Tony, nobody laughing. That was somebody's feedback. Go ahead.
Right. It irritates the heck out of me. And it's the same thing that Prince was saying yesterday. You know, we keep building this house on her. Yes, she has bad. Yes, she has maybe a bad temper. Yes, she has this, whatever it is. Right. But Chicago Sky does not have a good reputation. And it's like, I understand, bro, Card, you in the streets and you in the air streets, and people you hear from John that work at that place to whoever next person. And because I'm a person like this, and I always will be like this, I'd like to hear from the horse's mouth, right? Now that I hear that Jeff said that this is what it is, it's fine. But I hate when they disrespect women like the way they doing in this WNBA. It irritates the heck out of me, right? It's like we're playing these petty games. We're not trying to improve. We're not trying to do anything to improve the reputation of this franchise. We want to bring people into the franchise, but we're treating players, we're treating coaches, we're treating everybody like crap. But somehow you want free agents to come over there and go through the same cycle over and over. And like I said before, right? You can chop off the tail, but if the head got the poison on it and you ain't chop off that head, that poison going to eventually get back down to that tail, and that tail going to grow again. And so it's until they change up in that management, fire Jeff, fire everybody, because if y'all want to be petty, because here what you could have done, you could have offered her counseling. You could have force her to go to counseling and say, hey, you got to do this amount of counseling if you're going to stay with us. But for you to come out there and talk about what picture and video and that she tear up the this and she did this and she did that, and now you trying to blackball her out there. And I just hate when they do black women or any woman out there like that. It just annoys the hell out of me. And I know it's maybe part of the sports, and that's how the business is. Like I said, I'm not a sports person, so I only can speak on how I feel. But like I said, I was a Chennedy one time, and I was worse than Chennedy. Right. So I feel it when people keep dogging her like that the whole time. It irritates the hell out of me, because nobody on this earth is perfect.
And
I got 2 questions real quick. Just 2 questions.
Go ahead.
One, I love what you pointed out there, because, like, again, we're talking about things that we saw that Kennedy did that nobody saw. Somebody saw, allegedly, or the article, league sources, but we have seen bigger crash outs on the court. If you think that these people are hitting the backboards and all these other things, and that's all they're doing, don't be mistaken. I was a competitive basketball player, went to college, played basketball, used to be a crash out. A lot of stuff goes on in the locker rooms that do not come out. So these stories coming out is deliberate. But I will ask you 2 things. The first thing I'll ask you is, if Angel did speak out for Kennedy, and how do we know that? She tweeted that she can't get mad at things she can't control. And if Angel was not able to stop Jeff from waiving her best friend Kaiser, how is she going to stop Jeff from not re-signing Kennedy, right? She doesn't have that kind of power when it comes to Jeff. She couldn't even stop Jeff from, firing Teaspoon, right? So how would she have any power in this? Jeff already had his mind made up when it came to Kennedy. Second question. We're going to go all the way back, because if we remember, Teaspoon was frustrated when she kept on getting asked about the lineup change. Like, why won't she start Kennedy, right? Because Dana and Diamond Shields were slow, and they still slow, respectfully. And so she was like, there's nothing she can do, and she's just going to stick with them. And then later, she was able to change the lineup. Stories came out saying that Jeff and Teaspoon were clashing over the lineup changes. She wanted to change the lineup. Jeff wanted to have Dana starting. So when later on Dana requested trade and she starts not getting playtime, all the other stuff, Dana's manager says online on X that Dana's getting punished for requesting a trade, and now she's not getting any playing time. So what does that tell you? What does that tell you? The connection between Dana, Teaspoon, Kennedy, and Jeff. If Teaspoon wanted to start Kennedy and Jeff was like, no, we got to this is Dana's shot or whatever, right? And then when Dana finally, no longer has a shot and requests a trade, now her team is complaining that, oh, she's getting punished for requesting a trade. Who leads now the second season? Teaspoon and Kennedy. What does that tell you about the relationships that are going on? Like, I think we're forgetting that so much of what happens in basketball is politics. So much of it is who you know, not what you can do. Because Dana literally said out of her own mouth during the exit interviews that, hey, I struggled this season because I don't know how to play with back-to-basket bigs. So tell me why in the article, this is my last question, if Dana told us out of her 32 teeth, her own mouth, that she cannot play with back-to-basket bigs, which Angel and Camilla are, why is Jeff saying, or whoever saying in the article, that Kennedy does not fit the style of play, when Dana herself said she doesn't fit the style of play?
Say it again.
I think you answered your own question, Tiffany and Company. I think you answered your own question.
And
As much as y'all want to say everything about Dana Evans, and y'all keep on putting Dana Evans in the same sentence as Kennedy Carter, you're answering your own questions. So that's telling you what Jeff P feels about Kennedy Carter.
Exactly.
We got to move on from it. I mean, you answered. I mean, it's nice that you said that, but you answering your own question. That's what Jeff. When I came on here, and when I first started talking about this situation with Chennedy Carter and on how Jeff P and me and Bro Claude says this is how Jeff P feels about Chennedy Carter. We had a lot of people that advocated for us, but we had a lot of people that was against us. Nate was one of the people that came on here and said the same thing that I've been saying. Duvall been saying it. This is something when Jeff P took over this organization, when he was pissed off because he got hired after Teresa Weatherspoon became the coach. That wasn't his pick. He wanted to get Teresa Weatherspoon out the door. And once he got her out the door, that made it easier for him to get Chennedy Carter out the door. So you're answering your own question when we're talking about Dana Evans. This goes to tell you how Jeff P feels about Chennedy Carter. He don't feel a way about her basketball talents. All he cares is about her reputation and her attitude and what's going on in the locker room. He's trying to get back control of that organization. And this is how he feels about Chennedy Carter. And there's nothing we can do about it. That's the reason why he's keeping Dana Evans around. But like Nate said, I don't think Dana Evans is going to be there. Even though she got a qualifying offer, she might be shipped out the door. But what I'm saying is, this is just how Jeff P showed his hand, and he has showed what he really thinks about Chennedy Carter. And that's what it is.
And I still don't understand why people think the GM owes anybody an explanation. As somebody that's been in that locker room, they don't give a damn. This is about money. This is about money. This is about the appearance of your organization. And I guarantee you, there's some people out there that's spending money that probably don't care about Chennedy Carter. All of the stuff that you say is true, but at the end of the day, if the GM don't like you, the GM is going to get rid of you, and that's his option. Because at the end, here's the question you got to ask yourself. KSAP, Bro Claude, and anybody else that's a Chicago diehard. Do you see Chicago making the playoffs this year?
No. Absolutely. Yep.
I got to see what this roster going to look like, and then I'll talk about it. But Chennedy Carter is a big absent, and that's big shoes to fill. And I got to see what this roster looks like.
But here's my point. If by some way, shape, or form they make the playoffs, are you still saying the same things about Jeff P? Because if they make the playoffs, then the moves he made were correct.
Good question.
Right. Exactly.
Good question.
And you gave the perfect example when you brought up Terrell Owens.
Yeah.
Here in Philadelphia, Terrell Owens took us to the Super Bowl and played with a broke ankle and still had 180 yards receiving.
Came back faster than what everybody thought he would come back.
Because he was such a headache.
Yep.
And they still let him go.
Yep.
Because he was a headache.
Yeah.
Regardless of his talent. Regardless of his talent, third in the receivers and receiving yards and touchdowns, and you let that go out the window, and you saw what he brought to the table every night that he played on that football field.
His talent was undebatable.
He was a Hall of Famer.
Yeah,
he was a Hall of Famer, but he was too much of a headache. He couldn't get along everywhere he went. He couldn't get along with people.
It was fights,
and it followed him. And he crashed out.
He smeared Antonio Garcia's career out there in San Francisco. Yep, perfect example. You bring up Antonio Brown, same situation, and that's why I said I don't care.
Talented.
I said I don't care how old these guys are in the league; they were still impacting the league when they got ran out the league.
Absolutely, but they got ran out of the league by their own doing, their own behavior. And I want to see Chennedy Carter get another chance too. But Chennedy Carter got to check Chennedy Carter. She her own worst thing.
The minute
herself money.
The minute Antonio Brown took off his shirt and got naked in that game and ran out the game, they was through with Antonio Brown.
It was a wrap.
Hey, let me be honest with you. CTE is a real thing.
Yeah, when he got hit by Dante Perfect, and when he got hit coming across the middle,
absolutely.
Against Cincinnati, that was dooms right there.
His personality was never the same.
Never the same after that. He started crashing out over. Yep.
But I get back on target. That's a whole other avenue. That's a whole other show, bro.
Yeah.
What they giving up? What are they giving up to get Jewel Lloyd? That's what I want to know.
That's
TN, Dana Evans, Nicola Milicic, Mariah Jefferson, and pick swap next year.
So they not giving up none of them picks to get Jewel Lloyd.
I think they'll give up every pick except the third pick, because if they was gonna give up that third pick, they would have did it already.
Yeah.
Because
But
think about this,
Jeff not
guys.
trying to go up that third pick.
Yeah.
Think
That's
about
why they
this,
immediately
guys.
kicked out of the Satu situation because Dallas immediately asked about the third pick, and Jeff said no, so they immediately out the Satu trade because he wasn't trying to release that third pick.
Right.
Think about this,
All
guys.
right. Appreciate you, Coach Marcus. Appreciate you.
Hey,
Y'all be
Coach.
good.
Appreciate you, man.
You gotta
Bye,
go.
Coach.
Later,
Coming
Coach.
over, man. I'm coming over.
Think about this, guys. If Jeff P could have got something for Kennedy Carter, he would have got it.
He didn't want it.
Yeah.
He don't.
No, he couldn't get it. He couldn't get it.
No,
It was she had no trademark.
nobody turns down stuff.
Listen.
If he could have got something for her, he would have got it.
He would have got it. Yeah.
I'm sure. Listen. Let me be real accurate in what I'm trying to say. Yes, Keisha, you are right. But two things of what you're saying, two things can be right, like my man Will say.
Mm-hmm.
What he would have got for her is not even worth him trying to pursue. He would rather.
Well, that was me. I said that.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. So he would rather, basketball. These cats. So I've been around this bullshit a long time. They so finicky, and what my baby niece up there said that she don't like the prissy men. These GMs, outside of maybe Pat Riley and a few of the other ones, they very prissy. They very prissy men, and they get their feathers ruffled because they are control fanatics, right? Because they're there to control an operation. So all I'm saying is this. We need to, at this point right now, I'm so disappointed right now, but I'm also disappointed in Kennedy because she was told, we're going to give you a chance, keep yourself clean, make sure don't no incidents happen. This is your opportunity. No incidents, and you able to be successful with us, Chicago Sky. You're able, this conversation happened. You're able to be successful if you keep yourself clean. That didn't happen. So it didn't happen. Who is it to blame? Who is it to blame? It's only my baby girl, Kennedy. I love the girl, man. But I can't. It's like this. I wanted to say this last night, and then I'm gonna let somebody else go. Hold on a second. Let me say it. Let me say this.
Okay.
It's like this. My auntie and my grandmother had a house before my grandmother passed. She would like my kids to come over because my children sit the hell down and they stay in that space and they stay amongst the mother. But one of my cousins, kids come in and tear up the whole damn house. She like, don't bring them little MFers, and they her grandchildren. Don't bring them here because you don't know how to contain your kids and sit the hell down. No, don't bring them over because they're gonna get my saucers, my cups. They're gonna break them. They're gonna come take the pictures down off the wall. They're gonna throw balls and everything. No, don't bring your kids over here because we got too much expensive stuff going on over here. Now, was my auntie and grandmama wrong? No, because if you can't control your baby, don't bring that little bad little boy. Don't bring them up in here. And that's what Teaspoon had the responsibility. I know you looked up then you case out. She had that responsibility to do that. And she failed to do that. She gone, now Kennedy gone. The bad little baby. Sorry that that's being said. But the bad little baby that's scratching and pinching people and throwing little scissors across the room in the chairs and everything, now she got to go. And I hate that happened. And I'm against all of it. Now, will I get that little bad little kid opportunity? Oh, yes, I will. I beg to differ, but I whooped the shit out of her. That ass to be whipped. That it'd be tight to sit down, but it did not happen. So now we're here. So I'm off of it. I land.
All right, who got something to say?
I mean, I feel like it's getting lost that nobody is saying she didn't do this to herself, right? Like I don't think anybody's saying that, you know. I don't. If that's what it is, then that's what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? If it was, you know, like you said, Teaspoon brought her in, they was like, cool, come on in. This is the stipulations though. And then she because you know, you give people your boundaries, and if they cross your boundaries, then there's, you know what I'm saying, results to that. So that's not at least what I'm saying, right? Like that's not, I want to be clear that that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if they gave the boundary, she crossed it, she should absolutely be let go. And that's just it. That's neither here nor there. But I think for me, looking in, I'm not even just looking at Kennedy Carter. I'm looking at the impact of the entire team. So for me, I'm like, everybody should get dealt the same fair hand across the board. To me, giving somebody like a Dana is disrespectful in the light of things. That's kind of like all I was saying. And then I don't know if they make it to the playoffs next year, because you have to give something up now to fill that two guard. You know what I'm saying? Like, to fill that spot, you got to give up a pick. And I just feel like we could have did a lot with both of our picks. And it just changes the entire team dynamic. So it's not just losing Kennedy and Kennedy being on the team. It's like what that brings now. It's a whole, you ever skip a rock and it start a whole wave, you feel me? Like it's a whole thing that's about to happen, a ripple effect that's about to happen now that, you know what I'm saying, Kennedy's gone. And not the fact that it's Kennedy. Like I said to KSAP, look, we could put any two guard there, right? But that doesn't solve the Chicago Sky's problems. It just doesn't solve our problems. We still need to, we need to fill the wing spot. Like, it's just so, we need a bench. It's so many things we need. And I think letting Kennedy go, nothing, y'all are probably right that nobody wanted her. Okay, cool, I'm down. Or whatever. But then now we got to let go of a pick to get said person that y'all are saying is coming, or anyone really. I'm sure we got to let go of a pick to get anybody. Yo, it's like it changes the whole thing, and it sends us in a direction that's not like, I don't know if y'all like high on this, like y'all think it's about to be a good direction. I can't say that I think it is. I don't think it is. Go ahead, AD.
I would say this: if they can get Jewel Lloyd without using either one of their first round picks, and they can still get a point guard in the 3 and D, they in good condition.
They're fine. I'm with you.
You know what I'm saying?
They have to give up
they
one
need
of those
to
picks.
address the point guard spot, and they definitely need a wing that can shoot and play defense. I get Jewel Lloyd, obviously, she's gonna be your emphasis on your probably first option, right? Jewel Lloyd will be the first option if she comes here. If they get lucky when they get Olivia Miles, that solves your point guard spot. You know what I'm saying? But you still need a 3 and D. That's vital. No winning. I don't think a winning team doesn't have that. You got to have somebody who can play all like 1 through 5, really, that can shoot and spread the floor. So
they might give a future pick, not this year pick, but maybe a future pick in the 2020.
I thought it was a pick swap, wasn't it? Nate,
that's what
they have a pick swap with Minnesota, and they own the rights to swap picks with either Phoenix or Connecticut, whichever one has a worse record. So if Connecticut rebuilds and they missed the draft, missed the playoffs, and they just so happen to have a high pick like 2 or 3, the Sky can swap.
Yeah, but I think, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want.
You heard of Janelle Salon? You heard of her? She's an unrestricted free agent. She's like she's Sabali, but like at 22, she's like 6'3", 6'4", overseas. And actually, she's in the States. She's been in the States like the past couple weeks, I think, negotiating with teams. So he's not doing this. My thing is Jeff has had a plan. Like I said, I'm gonna lean on. I'm gonna let him do him. I'm gonna let him cook. I'm gonna let Jeff cook until he's overcooked something. So because we
Right.
had no picks, the last draft. He got his Angel and Camilla. So
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna give him leeway because he got Angel and Camilla. He got the core. He said, "Hey, this is the core." Tyler Marr said, "This is the core. This is what we want to do." Michaela probably in there somewhere, unless they got to trade her for Jewel. I don't know. But
Let me
I think he has a plan. He's not going to do the Jewel Lloyd situation for me. I think changed everything. That's when you really start hearing a lot of stories when that happened with Jewel Lloyd. I don't know if everybody caught that. That's why I was like, oh yeah, she gone. Once I heard Jewel Lloyd, it was like, oh, I'd rather go back to Chicago. And she came on the radio station in GCI in Chicago. What was that? A couple weeks, bro, Claude? A couple weeks ago, I was like, man, I like to retire at Chicago Sky. Whatever. I'm like, oh yeah, she already, you know what I'm saying? National news ain't gonna pick that up. But I think he's already worked through different channels and he has a plan of what his roster wants, what he wants the roster to look like. He's been talking to Tyler Marsh, like, hey, this is what we could do. We get Joy, we could, Lloyd, we could, give him the 10 and the pick swap. We can sign Janelle because she's an unrestricted free agent. Janelle Salon is like getting Satu before she turns into Satu, really. And she's an unrestricted free agent, really. And don't too many people know about her. So you can build out your team just making the right moves. Say they get Dejanay. You never know. So I think I'm gonna let him cook until I see the final roster. And then after the draft, then you got because I think they trading Dana and the rest of the people. That's why they offered them the rights. Then you still have after the draft the people that that didn't get picked. You sign them to training camp contracts. Then after then you got people that get released. That get released from training camp. Like, oh, let me snatch you up real quick and see you fit better with our team. So it's a long way before April. So. And I think they probably want to wait until like until Unrivals, because Unrivals just starts. So they're probably not trying to distract the players, but they probably waiting the free agency. Was it February they could sign? February 1st, right?
Yeah, it's in February.
I think it's February 1st.
Yep.
Yeah, so I think that's when we will really start. I think tomorrow you really start seeing transaction on the WNBA. But I think, matter of fact, I know Jeff P has a plan. You're not going to let that talent walk away, even if you couldn't trade her for a third. Well, I think that would have been disrespectful, actually. They're not going to let her walk away unless you got a plan. I think what happened with Seattle totally changed the landscape of what they wanted to do, because I think they would have brought her back and like, all right, let's just try this one more time. It's just a 1 year. Let's give it a shot. And then Jewel Lloyd, it's like, oh, bet. Got options.
What happens if Jewel Lloyd doesn't come?
Hold on, guys. Let me just say this
Give
one
up
thing.
on the pick to get Jewel Lloyd. I ain't feeling it.
Let me just say this one thing, because it goes to what Nate is saying and what AD just said. Zoe was in the chat saying, why don't we build through the draft? Why are we even talking about picks? We're not talking about that's something we want to do, but we are reading the tea leaves. We know what our eyes is telling us, Zoe. We all saw Mama Lord at the parties for Christmas. We know something is happening. We also know Seattle ain't gonna give up Jewel Lloyd for nothing.
Right.
So these are reasonable explanations. These are reasonable conversations we having about maybe they do want Jewel Lloyd. If they do want Jewel Lloyd, everybody's pretty much on the panel thinking they're gonna have to give up something for her, right? We're not coming out with this explanation out of thin air. We're not saying that that's what we want to do. I'm all right with building through the draft, but all we saying is we see some stuff happening, and everything we saw is coming to pass.
I just want to say this. I want to say thank you to the brother Nate, because I don't know if y'all remember about an hour ago that question I asked. If you don't, no, it's okay. Suffice it to say, the brother Nate actually
answered it for you.
Yeah, he actually gave an answer that I hadn't thought out, and his answer was so good that now I'm with him. I'm like, okay, well, now it's just time to see what happens, to see what Jeff cooks up, because what he said makes 100% sense to me. So thank you, brother Nate.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right, go ahead,
Thank
Tiffany.
you, brother Nate.
Thank you, Keisha.
All right, go ahead, Tiffany.
I
I don't like Jeff, so I'm not ever going to give him props because I don't like him. And I think he should be fired. But I will say, I do think that Jewel becoming available changed his mind on even wanting to work out anything with Chennedy. But I will also say that Jeff is not a GM. He's a GM by name, not a GM by smarts. Why I say that is the trade that he did for Mabry. Yeah, he got picks back. But who did he give us in the meantime? Somebody who had a bum ankle and Rachel Bannon. So
he got a third pick and a 10th pick out of it though.
He did get the 10th pick and a pick
and
swap.
Next year's
pick swap with Connecticut. But I will say the swaps he about to give away anyway. So he's definitely a curse from the James Wade era. But what I will say is he jumped the gun. And the reason why I say he jumped the gun is what happened when he heard rumblings. Yes, when he heard rumblings and grumblings, he's a reactionary GM. He heard rumblings and grumblings about Stephanie White. He fired Teaspoon immediately. And he was looking like a plum clown, a plum fool, some might say, disrespectfully, when Stephanie White went and signed for another team. So he was looking around. So my question is, what does he do letting Chennedy walk? And if Jewel decides to sign for another team that's not Chicago, he gonna be looking around like, does someone want to come? Because we don't have nobody to score for us, begging. And don't be surprised if he's knocking on Kennedy's door saying, hey, big head, you want to come back? Because
he's not going to do that. That's not happening.
He might.
No, that's not happening.
He rather eat ish before he do that. He ain't gonna do that.
He's not doing
That's what I'm saying. And we're gonna have the worst scenario, which is Dana back on the team. Everyone's saying Dana's gonna get traded. Dana's gonna get traded. Baby, if Drew don't come, and we're gonna have the Dana going.
And you know what, Tiffany? He was gonna get rid of Teaspoon no matter what she did.
Oh.
And you know what?
Somebody got some feedback.
He was gonna get rid of Teaspoon no matter what.
Yeah.
That was Nate.
He was gonna get rid of Teaspoon no matter what happened.
That's
so he had already made that decision, just like he had already made the decision about Kennedy Carter. So he's not going back, Tiffany.
And that's what I'm saying. So I'm saying, like, if we can tell that he's
trying to get rid of Angel, he hadn't balled out.
Exactly. He didn't even want Angel. So I'm saying Jeff is very.
He did want Angel. He did want Angel. I'll correct you on that. He did want Angel.
He almost went with someone else. Angel specifically said, and Teaspoon even said, Teaspoon was the one who's like, no, we need to get Angel now. And he was like, there was someone else on the board that he was surprised that was still there. He still got her at 13. Jeff has this idea that you need to have 3-point shooters, and that's the way to play basketball, which is fine. But I feel like we're overlooking the fact of the matter that Jeff may want Jewel. That doesn't mean that Jewel wants to be in Chicago. It might be one of her options. But if she wants to be in Chicago, answer this for me, please.
Mm-hmm.
If she wants to be in Chicago, why isn't she on Angel's Unrivaled team? She playing with Stewie.
That wasn't by choice.
Now, to be fair,
they're gonna use Cordoza as more of a scoring option when next year comes.
Yeah, they didn't build the teams off of like none of that. It was all like they were trying to balance the teams. It's not balanced. They were trying.
Nobody knew nothing. Yeah.
The coaches didn't even. The coaches didn't even know what teams they was gonna coach. Yeah, the coaches didn't even know what teams they was gonna coach.
Right, you got to watch how the video went, sister, to answer you that question of why Jewel Lloyd not on the team. But what I wanted to say is this: Jeff P got a lot of money. He can give whoever he wants to right now.
Yeah,
and pay him the supermax. He got a lot of money, and he could get, sister. Just know he could get whoever he wants with that money. And guess what? He could have a rent a car for a whole year until the Ferris wheel go on. That's right. He got he got a lot of money, and then because 2026 is gonna be the Ferris wheel. It's gonna be it's gonna make your head spin. You're gonna see these teams busted totally up.
That's a fact though too, because a lot of signings or whatever's going on is going to probably be a 1-year deal. Like, you know what I'm saying? Most people is probably going to sign for 1 year wherever they're going, and then they're going to be able to shop around for real once that new policy go into order. So even if somebody signed a player like a Jewel Lloyd, somebody you don't know if she gonna stay the whole time. She might just be there for a year, and then she probably gonna try to get the biggest contract she can get and go somewhere else. We don't know, but we're gonna see once next season pops off. You know what I'm saying?
Right. We'll see what her heart is. Because she said she wanted to retire in Chicago.
She can retire. She can retire in Chicago right after she retires from the WNBA, as far as I'm concerned. Because Jewel Lloyd had a chance to come to Chicago in 2023 and she didn't do it. Now all of a sudden,
That's because they made promises to her, though. Yeah, they made promises to her. Yeah, she talked about that. She wants to come to Chicago again.
I can't
He
knock
wanted
a
to
player
come.
that's been in one place for 10 years. I just can't do that.
But y'all know what's crazy though? Y'all know what's crazy? The slander y'all got for Jewel Lloyd and the protection y'all got for Kennedy Carter, boys.
That's crazy.
That's
Very crazy, man. Because Jewel Lloyd was
about
with
to
the same
crash out in a
organization
minute
for 9,
on my
10
homegirl.
years. I just don't
I'm
get
trying to
it.
hold it, but they tripping on my homie.
I just don't get it, ASAP. I don't get
So
it.
who's
Now,
disrespecting Jewel Lloyd though? Who's disrespecting
I'm not
Jewel Lloyd?
disrespecting her. I think she's
I'm
a
not
woman.
I'm not.
I just
What
don't
I'm
want to give
saying
the
is,
truth.
it's an
I don't think she's
That's-
disrespecting Jewel Lloyd. I think she's just making a point about something. And
Yeah, like y'all.
if we're making people say on here talk about what their views are, then let them talk their views, and then y'all can debate about it.
But hold up, when we make our
we didn't
points
say
about
anything
Kennedy
bad about
Carter, when we make our points about Kennedy Carter, everybody thinks that why y'all it's always about black girls and all that stuff like that. When we're making a point about Kennedy
Facts.
Carter,
But ain't nobody talking.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts.
No, it's in
I'm just saying.
Another level.
I'm just
I know
speaking
you're
the
trying to
truth.
cause
I
confusion,
agree.
KSAP, but so I'm not even going to jump into that.
No, it's not causing confusion.
I
I'm just
haven't
trying
heard
to.
nobody say
No,
nothing bad about Jewel Lloyd.
And nobody said nothing
No,
negative.
but
I
it's
have not heard her
You gotta
say anything
understand what I'm
about it.
saying.
y'all see, that's what I'm saying. Y'all took
Y'all
what I
knew on the
said
conversation.
out of context. Listen to what I'm trying to say. We're talking about Jewel Lloyd, somebody that wants to come back to Chicago that has a lot left in the tank. But everybody, some people on the panel and some people in the chat, we don't need no Jewel Lloyd. But y'all want to come to this defense of Kennedy Carter when Kennedy Carter is an issue. And when we say that she's an issue, everybody think that we just coming down on Kennedy Carter. That's the point
We're
that I'm
talking
trying to
about
make.
previously, Key, we need just
They
talk.
need her for sure. Like,
This
they
is
got
like
her.
a continuance
They better get
because
her.
Jeff P, like I said this,
Like
Jeff
Ann Dick
P
just said
did started chaos in this shit. Excuse me, but this has been going on for 3 months, baby Key. This been going on for 3 months, and we talking about it. It's just the buildup. We talking about it. Well, we could get this. Well, even on Zoe, we could get this. You know what I mean? Me and Nate talking, and me, you know what I'm saying? It's so much that it has built up to this point. I'm like this, sister. All my sisters on here. I'm glad it's over. I'm glad it's over. So that now my feelings is hurt. Yes, I'm hurt.
What kind of silliness is that?
That's what I'm. Come on, Ed Dix. How you talking about Lloyd is not? Hold on, guys. Hold on for a second. How you talking about Lloyd is not proven, man? She's a champion. She's proven.
This is what we talking about.
She was a very intricate part of that Seattle championship roster, man. What has Kennedy Carter proven? That she can go over to China and get triple doubles?
That's
crazy.
That's why
Exactly.
Look, I would never talk about against her. My only issue, like I said yesterday, was that she had an issue up in Seattle.
Yeah.
Right? And is she going to play her role with Angel being the star? That was my only thing. I know this girl can
We're
play.
not
I've
saying
seen
you,
her
Sister
play.
Tony. We're not saying.
I know. I'm
Tony.
not saying. I'm just clearing the air here because
all right.
you know what I'm saying. I'm just clearing the air.
I think that was a valid point.
You good,
To
Tony?
say she's not a proven basketball player, it's just being ignorant. I don't.
Yeah,
Oh,
can you
that's
be
asinine.
that's just being ignorant because
Alpha too. Y'all said she in the alpha,
her
but
record
she's an alpha.
shows she's been on the Olympics. She's
alpha.
an all-star. She's been playing.
A champion. She's a two-time
She's a
champion.
champion. Right. So you can't sit here and say the woman can't play. She can play. My only issue was like I said is there's too much chaos already in Chicago.
I respect
we don't want
that,
we don't want her to come into that chaos again, because as far as I'm concerned, I don't even want nobody come to Chicago Sky until they fix that front office.
I respect that, Sister Tony. Hold on, guys. Hold on for a second. Then I'm gonna let you get in here, Jay Burns. I respect everything that you said, Sister Tony, and I know what you're saying about Jewel Lloyd, her situation in Seattle. I just think that is a one-off situation with Jewel Lloyd because of the Gabby Williams situation. I think that went stale when they brought Gabby Williams in there with all the body language that Jewel Lloyd was showing. Even on a bad year, she still averaged 19.7 points a game. And everybody said she was on the downward decline. And I just think it's a situation where she wants to get out of Seattle. She wants a brand new start. Because if you look at Jewel Lloyd in Unrivaled, is she showing any kind of attitude where she's dysfunctional or anything? She out there playing freely. You see what I'm saying? I mean,
she playing. I like I said, I would never talk about her playing because I respect her playing. Right? Even though when y'all hear me make the joke about the old people and stuff, that's me being funny, right?
Yeah.
But
and I'm gonna give you a prime
her
example.
as a player.
I'm gonna give you a prime example. When she blocked Skylar Diggins' shot the first game, did she have to get over her and squawk on her? She just got the block and ran back down court. Now, any other player probably might have, let it be known if they was in a situation like that. You see what I'm saying?
Nah, but you know what though? But you know what though? Not to be fair though, right? Like, Jewel Lloyd might not be somebody who showed on the court, but maybe behind the scenes in Seattle, she was that girl who was complaining.
That's what we talked. That's what I said, Jay. Like, that situation got stale. She need to get out of there.
But you see how you could that's what I be talking about, fair, like across the board. It's interesting.
It is fair across the board because Kennedy Carter, this is her third stop, and the same thing has happened on each stop.
I'm a keep it a buck.
That's all.
Jewel Lloyd and Kennedy Carter not in the same.
Exactly.
Oh,
you can't even
I never
put them
said
in the same
that
thing.
though. Like, I never said they in the same.
Hard to compare them to.
Hey, look, Kennedy arguing with somebody on Twitter.
Oh,
nah, she been wilding on Twitter for like.
She arguing with Hunter Cruz. I know you guys know who Hunter Cruz is. The W guy who does like.
I'm gonna leave Twitter out of it.
I'm not listening to Twitter because Twitter is a hot.
I'm gonna leave Twitter X out of it. Go ahead, Key.
Yeah, but he. Okay.
Go ahead, Key. I'm gonna leave Twitter X out of it. Go ahead, Key.
I ain't messing around with Twitter tonight.
Yeah. Go ahead, Key.
Okay.
No, I don't think I have anything else to say actually.
Key,
I got something to say.
Don't do that, Key.
Nah,
don't do that.
But you know what?
No, for real. I realized, like, I think the way my mind works, I don't know how to actually sometimes articulate it. Like, I think my mind is nuanced, and I can see both sides and stuff. Like, I can see all sides and stuff like that. And I just, and I think this is one of the situations where I don't agree with y'all. And
I respect that.
That's cool.
It has to be okay. I think y'all gonna keep championing for Jewel Lloyd. And if
I'm not championing,
I don't think it's about champion. All right, go ahead. All right, go ahead.
And if people ain't like, oh my God, yay, Jewel Lloyd, it's like, oh, you're like, y'all not, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, okay, screw Kennedy, but I don't have to be all in on Jewel Lloyd just because y'all say so. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't say that. We didn't say
that.
that.
That's just what it is.
Totally agree with you.
I agree. That's who. Hey, look,
and that's
you ain't
all,
go.
but it's like if you say I'm not all. It's like, oh, she's approving. She's this and she's. It's like, okay, I'm still not all in on her. That's
I agree.
Hey, I'm not. Hey, Key, what I tell you yesterday?
Yeah, we wasn't trying to change your mind, Key.
Exactly what I say yesterday,
we
Key.
were saying the silliness that people say.
I'm not here to change your mind about nobody who you feel about.
I'm just.
That's not my job.
You
just
already
like people
know,
was like
Key.
Satu Sabali, and I didn't agree with that, but I just was like, okay, I don't agree.
Satu Sabali is a fraud.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
She's a fraud.
Go ahead,
They
Key.
don't need another forward.
Key putting her hat on tight. Go ahead, Key. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Key.
Look, I'm gonna take it off and go to sleep for real.
He looking stressed as hell over
Yeah,
there.
he looking stressed.
CBJ Burns, I'm like, this
people.
is. I don't even know. And then, like, I know y'all have ideas of what y'all want Jeff T to do, but it does not mean he's going to do it or be able to do it. And so that's where I'm like, I just don't get. I don't get it because the flying high on what y'all think is gonna happen is kind of blowing mine a little bit because it's like we do not know if that's gonna. This is not about Kennedy. whatever. She could blow up, whatever. It's not about that, but it's about now that she's gone, what is about to happen, or y'all think
we don't know.
It's about to be and it's this player that nobody know about overseas, and maybe we'll just do the pick. We don't know what's about to happen. So
Jeff P might go get Skylar Diggins.
But that's my thing too. So like a lot of time when y'all say Jeff P on the clock, right?
He might.
Hold on. A lot of times when y'all say Jeff P on the clock, right? Yeah. And now y'all got all these ideas of what he gonna do. Let's just say he don't do none of that, right? Hold on. He don't do none of that.
As long as we got Angel, I'm happy.
Yeah, of course you won't have Angel. That's the franchise. But he don't do none of that. What you think he gonna do, right? And then let's just say everything he do from now on is nothing you want him to do. He gonna just go his own way, and then they make it to the playoffs. Or y'all gonna still be salty at him and be
because Coach Marcus asked the same question. We answered it. I think you might have came in a little too late on that one, Jay. But he answered it. He asked that question to us, right? With all the moves and the moves that he don't make, and if he makes moves and he don't make move, and they still get to the playoffs, that's what he said.
Now I was just piggybacking off what Keith said because I kind of agree. Like you can't just be all in on
it's blowing me.
No, see, I don't know what y'all listening to. Oh, go ahead.
Let me go. I don't know what y'all listening to, but let me be clear.
They better get Olivia Miles around.
Cool with Jeff P making picks at 3 and 10 and going on with the team. I am cool with it.
All right, Keisha, I'm a pick.
All I'm saying is when I'm looking at what my eyes are telling me, how he over there twerking with Mama Lloyd, I say, oh, he might be looking at Jewel Lloyd. That's what my mind say. But if it was up to me as a GM, I would take my picks, go in the draft, and build through the draft. That's what I would do.
And I'm gonna piggyback off of what Keisha said. I understand, Key. You said we gassing it. Nah, I don't think we gassing it because before you came in this community and we talked about it, right? This was just Jewel Lloyd was our backup plan just in case Chennedy Carter was not going to be there because there was nobody else out there on the radar that had her scoring input. And then when Jewel Lloyd came available because of the investigation didn't go, the way they wanted to go. Now she wants out. She requested a trade. And then Mama Lloyd, just like Keisha said, Mama Lloyd was at the Sky Party twerking it up with the honey on her chest right there with Jeff P, right? So now we said, oh, man, Jeff P might be trying to bring Jewel Lloyd home. That's why all this negative stuff is coming out about Chennedy Carter. This was only my backup plan. If we knew all the information on Chennedy Carter and she was a part of it, I wouldn't even be talking about no Jewel Lloyd. I'd be like, let Jewel Lloyd go to Phoenix. Let her go to the Aces. I don't care. I wanted Chennedy Carter back. But since that is not in the car, you got to make up some scoring output. But then me and Keith said, okay, if they don't get Jewel Lloyd, then we discussed about that 3 and 10 pick. Who we want to see at that number 3 and number 10 pick. Let's go ahead and build through the draft. Let's go ahead and get Olivia Miles at 3, Centron at 10. That was our options. But now that we know for a fact that Chennedy Carter's not there, then if you stick with your 3rd and 10th pick, like Keisha posed the thing, now you got 2 rookies that are going to be inserted in the starting lineup along 2 second-year players.
You really think Olivia Miles and Sonia Citron are going to be available at 3 and 10?
No, that's what we wanted. That's what we wanted.
That's
with the 3rd and 10th pick.
Olivia Miles, I think Olivia Miles will be there.
I got a question for y'all.
There, but not Central.
Go ahead,
probably already be gone.
I got a question. Hypothetically. Okay, so just say we got to give up, let's just say the 10th pick for Jewel Lloyd, right? I know there's scenarios that we don't got to give either pick up, whatever the case may be, but just say hypothetically, we got to give up the 10th pick. Do we go get a point guard or a 3 and D with the 3rd?
Well, the 3rd pick?
Get 2 picks. You can't get 2
I'm confused.
So he's saying with the 3rd. What do we do if we get Jewel Lloyd?
If we use the
Olivia Miles, then you still. I think Flo coming out, so you still get Olivia Miles at 3.
Stop, Nate.
Is it priority?
Wait, hold on. Be quiet, guys. What you say, AD?
I'm saying, do y'all think it's priority with the 3rd pick to try to get a point guard or to try to get a 3 and D? Being that Jewel Lloyd kind of play, she could probably play the 1. She's a 2 though, but you know what I'm saying? I'm just wondering what y'all thinking is
Point
if
guard.
point guard first, right?
Point guard. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
me
Yeah,
personally.
okay.
I think you have to address that point guard situation, man.
Yeah, for sure. I think they have to. But
I think to answer your question a little bit more complexly, and I'm just gonna throw out, y'all don't jump me now.
We ain't
I'm not on the
jumping.
Jewel Lloyd train. And the reason I'm not is because I would have preferred for her to pull the same strings that Sabrina pulled and to be on the same team as someone she wants to be on the team with in the W. Because by seeing Sabrina and Satu play together, now people can say, oh yeah, bring Satu to New York. You know what I'm saying?
They can have her.
No,
No,
that's not
They
looking
I'm
like
can't.
saying,
that.
You can't have
but
two
I'm
core
saying,
players. What they gonna do? Trade Breonna Stewart?
No, I'm saying
You
they
can't
can
have
have
two
her.
no,
core
but
players on the same squad.
hold on.
Let her finish.
Satu plays
Let
the
her
wing.
finish.
Satu plays the wing. So that's why I'm not on the Jewel train, because the people she's playing with, I would have rather seen her play with Angel for me to say, oh yeah, they play well together. Jeff would be dumb not to make something shake to bring them. Now we're talking about bringing Jewel in, and now we're shifting around the idea. Like, the question shouldn't even be number 3, who should we get? Angel and Camilla need a point guard. Jewel coming into the equation shifts the idea of how they play. I can't say for a fact that she knows how to feed the post the ball. I'm watching her in Unrivaled, trying to see how she played with Stewie, how Sloop, see how she played with Aaliyah, but it's not Angel. So I cannot say that she's a good fit for the team. I can say for a matter of fact that adding an Olivia Miles at number 3 is going to elevate the way Angel and Camilla play. That's why I'm saying I'm not on the Jewel train right now until I see that she can play with someone like Angel. And it
Based
would
on
have been
Unrivaled,
nice.
that's the conclusion that you come to.
Wow,
Because
based on
No,
3 on
no,
3.
she
not
didn't.
just based on
I don't.
Because she didn't suggest to be teamed up with Angel Reese.
not
That's the problem you
not
have.
just based on Unrivaled.
They had no choice in that though.
Oh, you reaching? That's a reach. You
My
reaching?
second team.
Yeah.
Hold
I'm
on,
sorry.
Let her go. Let her
Let her
finish.
finish. Let her finish. Let her
Hold on.
finish.
My
Then y'all can
second.
attack.
My second. No, don't attack me now. Don't attack me now. If
No, we
Jewel
ain't.
comes, fine. But if she's not playing well with Angel and Camilla, I'm gonna be here saying I told you so. I think a better fit would be Kelsey Mitchell. But that's just me. What I'm saying is, right? I watched Seattle. Seattle's my second team. So I already knew before everybody else was saying, oh, Drew don't want to be. I was like, Drew don't want to be here. She does not, like, she was not passing to nobody else. She was just trying to get her shots up, which is fine. Like, shooters need to shoot. But that kind of player is a Marina type of player. Marina was decent with them. If Jewel was not vibing well with NECA, who has a similar game to Angel, I don't know how she's going to
Wait,
fit in
what?
Chicago.
What?
What? No.
Let her go. Let her
No.
finish.
Let her
Let her
finish.
finish.
Let
Let
her
her
Hold
finish.
finish.
on,
Let her
Then
finish.
hold on. Let me
y'all
land.
can go
Let me
attack.
land. Let me land. Let me land.
Lord.
I'm
Let
a
her
Let
go.
her
Chicago
finish.
fan. I went to Seattle games. I went to Chicago games. I saw these people play. I watched every single game. So my question is, that's the question I'm saying. We shouldn't even be asking, who do you get at number 3? Because the attention, now that we're putting Jewel Lloyd into the equation, shifts this type of play. The type of play should always surround around what fits Angel and Camilla. I can say at number 3, Olivia fits Angel and Camilla. I cannot say as of right now, having watched closely Jewel play with similar type star dominant power forwards, that she is a good fit in the system that Angel and Camilla have to play with.
All right,
That's
let me
all
ask
I'm
you a
saying.
question. Let me ask you a question, Tiffany Company. I'm just gonna ask you a question. Just give me an answer. I don't want nobody else answering this, and we're gonna move on to the next person in the panel. I'm gonna ask you a question. Jewel, we're gonna take Jewel Lloyd out of this, right? And you talking about number 3 pick. We need a point guard, right? Right?
Yep.
If Kennedy Carter is still with Chicago and we get Olivia Miles, how you think them two will play together?
I think they would play well
Okay.
because
All right, that's
Kennedy,
all. That's okay. You ain't gotta elaborate. You
and
answered
I'm
it.
just gonna say it's similar to how she plays in
No,
college.
you don't have to elaborate. You gave me the answer. I just wanted to ask that question.
KSAP, right? So, but you know what though? This brings me back to a conversation y'all had, or maybe it was on Zoe channel. I don't know who channel it was, but Zoe brought up a good point, right?
He
About
did.
how Olivia Miles is a really good point guard, right? But you gotta look at the system she plays in and who she's passing to. You know what I'm saying? She's not really somebody who's going to pass to the big on the inside and none of that.
Right.
She's somebody who's going to pass on the fast break and probably to a guard. So it's like
Yep.
I know
Transition
everybody,
guard.
but I know everybody's too high up on her. Like, oh yeah, she could be a good point guard for Angel, but she might not fit in that system. You know what I'm saying? She might not be the type to pass to a big. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of goes back to key point too. Like you can't be so high up on these people. Like Olivia Miles, that's it. Like Olivia Miles. Like you got to start looking at other people. You got to start maybe this is not who I'm saying y'all should get, but maybe a Haley Van Lith passes better to the inside than Olivia Miles. We don't, you know what I'm saying? You got to start looking at other point guards who
I get
might
where you're
fit better
coming from.
in the system. You know what I mean?
It's all
I think
No,
that
I get what you're talking about, Jay Burns, because Zoe did bring up. We had an in-depth conversation on if y'all actually go watch Olivia Miles play. She's not really passing into the post. She's really passing a lot to her guards and in transition.
Mhm.
Now,
Fast
do
break.
we believe? Can we project that she can pass the bigs in the W? Like Tiffany and Cole was just saying, hey, we ain't really seen it, but you're saying she can do it. So it goes both ways. Because in that system of Notre Dame, the guards are getting getting the fire right there.
That's majority of the time usage of the ball.
That's
Is with
majority
the
of the time.
Yeah.
Unless they're gonna be a running
They
team,
don't
that's where
have a
Olivia
dominant.
Miles
They
fit.
don't, unless y'all think Notre Dame has a dominant big like that.
But
Two bigs.
K-Sap, just like you said though, is the Chicago Sky trying to be a running team?
I
Are they
don't
going
know
to
what
be
they're gonna be.
You know, because that's how she. You know what's crazy? Olivia Miles run the court. I'm not comparing them, but she run the court kind of like Caitlin. Like she getting the ball and she running up the court and looking to pass ASAP. Like who open? So is the Sky willing to do a system like that? Is that going to
we
fit
don't know,
Angel
man.
and Camilla?
I think Camilla's going to be
If
more
we
of a
get
focal
Olivia
point of
Miles, it'll
offense
work.
for the Sky next year. I think, you know what I mean? Y'all think Reese is going to be, I don't think she's going to be the number one option, number one. And I think Camilla's going to be more of an option on the offensive side than y'all think. than even,
No, I agree.
excuse me, than even Angel. I think they're going to use Camilla more offensively next year. Trust me.
I don't think it's going to be Camilla or Angel. It's going to be both.
No, I don't think she's going to be the number one option, but she's going to be used. She's going to be one of the options. And it's going to be Camilla.
Depends. Yeah, it depends on the team. It depends on the matchups, right? That's the difference.
Yeah.
And I think when you look at the style of play, because a lot of people just started watching Notre Dame this year. You watch Olivia's freshman year, her sophomore year, her outlet passes. If you talk about the best outlet passes, which is passes that you make to post, the two best
Beautiful.
passers in the college basketball is Olivia Miles, followed by Raven Johnson. Raven Johnson doesn't have the offense. So when you look at the style of play, the reason why Angel is with Chelsea right now is because she needs a pass first point guard. She needs guards who can do passes, who are good at passing to them. Anyone like Olivia, her style of play fits Chicago's style. I cannot say that about nobody else.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, hey, everybody, like I said, I love everybody's opinions. I love everybody's points. It ain't about somebody jumping on somebody. Everybody has valid points. And like I said, I'm not here to change nobody's opinions about nothing. All I can do is give my opinion. Y'all give y'all's opinion. Now, I'm gonna change it real quick. If Olivia Miles is not there, I'm gonna go with
Sonia Citron.
Citron and Sellers at 10.
We not
Oh,
gonna
Citron. Sellers not good enough to be picked that high.
You said we're not gonna have Sonia?
K-Sap, real quick.
Who said that?
If that's what you're doing, what point guard are you going to get in free agency?
I'm not.
Vandersloot.
It's.
What?
I mean,
now you just watch that woman. Come on, now you just watch her got cooked.
Tony just killing everybody tonight.
I'm good on Vandersloot.
Zoe, man, the panel's full, man. I can't let nobody else up, man. We full.
How about we go get
top
Skylar Diggins? I want Skylar, goddammit.
Dag it, yeah. Bring Skylar. I'll take Skylar.
No, she older than Joel.
I'm not gonna let
y'all do that. She older than Joel.
I'm not gonna let y'all do that.
You thought Kennedy was the problem.
Because when I said Jeff might go get Skylar Diggins, man, you don't know what Jeff doing. But I'm gonna fall back off of Jeff. I'm just gonna let Jeff do what he gotta do. Like Nate said, I'm gonna let him cook until he burn my food.
Boom. Beautiful.
Oh, look like you got another spot just open up.
All right, Zoe, I got a spot opened up.
Yeah.
But
and I was saying that they pushing for the playoffs because Jeff publicly talked about, and when he talked to Angel, she wanted to win, and they want to win. And that if they don't win, they giving Minnesota a lottery pick. So, which is why I think he told them in the press conference Oh, you looking for free agents 2026? He's like, nah, I'm looking for free agents 2025. I'm trying to win now. So they have to win now. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just responding to the chat. Somebody was saying Georgia Amo. I'm sorry, I thought I was on
Oh
mute.
God, no.
Yeah,
Nah, we already got Dana Evans. We'll need another one. She's just a light skinned Dana Evans.
Hey, we got Prince in here, and the first thing he gonna say is, "What are we doing?" Go ahead, Prince.
What are we doing, K-Sap? What are we doing? What are we doing?
The same
What are
thing we do every
man?
night,
Same
Ghost.
thing we do every day,
Same
man.
time, same place.
What are we doing?
And I like how you titled your film study. What are we doing?
Look, man. Look, it ain't that difficult. All you gotta go do is watch Olivia Miles tape. Who makes the entry passes to Caval when Caval was starting when Maddie was out? It was Hannah Hidalgo, drive penetration, kick to Maddie. It was Citron coming off the V cut, coming off the flare screen. Caval man comes to her. She dumps it down to Caval. Olivia Miles plays well with scoring guards only. I don't know why we're trying to tag her to Angel Reese and Camilla. I literally did a breakdown on my channel. Only 8% of Olivia Miles' passes have been to centers. 8%. So why we want to? Okay, Olivia Miles. Yes, I'm not saying she can't give it to bigs. What I'm saying is why we tagging her to Angel Reese and Camilla as the perfect fit when only 8% of her passes. Coach Ivy literally knows this. Go watch the plays when they want to give it to the big. It's not even Olivia Miles running that offense. Olivia Miles is off ball in the corner when they trying to give it to either Maddie on the slip screen or trying to give it to Caval in the post. It's literally Citron or coming off of a flare screen or a V cut, or is Hannah Hidalgo running the high break pick and roll. It's not Olivia Miles. Olivia Miles is a Magic Johnson full court get it and go type of point guard. Her coach is literally telling you that's not her specialty. She sees her at practice. Don't you think they're trying to run those plays for her and she just isn't seeing the pass? Again, we try to label every point guard as they can just make every pass. Some point guards just can't make every pass. I struggled doing a drive kick right penetration pass because I'm left-handed. Some point guards just can't make those passes. So I didn't play well with right-handed three-point shooters. And my coach knew that. So when we would go to high schools and recruit players, even when I was overseas, they limited how we ran plays on the right side of the floor when I had the ball. It's just what it is. I'm confused.
I will ask.
She can make an entry pass all day, every day.
Thank you.
All day, every day. She the best passer in the college. Period.
Nobody said she can't make an entry pass. I never said she wasn't the best passer in college. I said there's different play styles that highlight certain ways point guards play the game.
Yeah, but I think we're missing the fact that Caval is nowhere near the talent that.
Yeah.
That's not, again, you don't evaluate a point guard that way about who's there not near. You evaluate a point guard on how they run a system. I don't care if you have 4 people off the blacktop you put on the court. The point guard facilitates how the play goes. The coach designs the play about the point guard's capabilities and their viewpoint of how they orchestrate passes.
Yeah, but I think
who you think they should get at the point guard spot?
No, you already know what he's saying.
Again, I like Olivia Miles. If Olivia Miles is there at 3, that's why I'm not making a big deal. And people act like I don't like Olivia Miles. On my breakdown, those who've been on my channel know I literally said on my breakdown, if Olivia Miles is there at 3, you get Olivia Miles because she's talented enough to run your offense. All I'm saying is, if you're trying to build your team, I'm going to get Citron at 3, and if Sellers is available at 10, I'm getting Sellers. Sellers is a 6'2", 6'3" point guard, and she isn't done growing, and she isn't done developing her game. Look, they are 16-1. Maryland is 16-1 only because of Sellers. This is another thing I'm trying to figure out. What has Olivia Miles actually won?
We agree on.
I'm not arguing with you about Cheyenne Sellers because me and Lakeisha, we ain't got to say nothing. We can kick back.
I know. I'm trying to. This is what I'm trying to figure out.
You got advocates for sellers on here.
This is what I'm trying to figure out, and I need somebody to tell me this. What has Olivia Miles actually done, and what has Olivia Miles actually won?
Okay.
She was hurt that year, so don't give me that year. She was hurt.
I'm confused though. You said you want her at 3, but now you saying what she done? What she?
Hold on. Let Tiff answer the question. It's about to answer, and y'all just cut her off.
Let me answer real quick. One thing that we're missing is we have never seen Olivia play with a dominant team. So if we want to base whether or not Chicago should pick her up, look at her from now. Pay attention to their game versus USC. Pay attention to their next game coming up against South Carolina. That's going to show you whether or not she fits with the sky. Why is that? With USC, you have the type of players that Chicago's going to be seeing on the often. And now that Maddie Westfield is back, Maddie Westfield is a better comp to Angel's type of play and where Angel is on the court, which is at the high key and where she's going to be at 15 to 17 feet than Koval is.
That's not true.
Koval is literally just standing there at the corner. She plays worse than ADR. She is not a dynamic big whatsoever. She can barely catch a rebound. She can do some blocks though, right? So watch how Olivia and Maddie play together, right? And how they play versus teams who have dominant bigs who are going to collapse and who make Maddie work. Maddie's going to have to do a lot of moving against those teams. She can't stay in one place. When Olivia plays well with them, you're going to see that she is going to fit well with the sky. I think that we're forgetting that it's the play style. She's a pass first point guard. Sellers, I like Sellers. If Olivia's not there, pick her up at 10. But Sellers is a ball dominant combo guard who can run the point. That's a difference there. I think if you get a true PG in Olivia, you bring her. There's no way you skip over her. There's no way, you do everything to bring her to Chicago because her play style fits an Angel and Camilla. I'm going to back her 100 times every single day of the week that ends in Y.
Go ahead. I'm riding with Tiffany.
First of all, you're wrong. First of all, you're wrong. Maddie Westbeld and Angel Reese does not play the same position. Maddie Westbeld plays the stretch 4 and the stretch 5. They don't be in the same spots on the court. They don't run the same sets. When Olivia Miles is on the court with her, they don't run the same sets they will be running with Angel. Maddie Westbeld is a big 2. I'm sorry, I don't know. Maddie Westbeld is a big 2. Maddie Westbeld would rather shoot a 3 than make a layup.
What position do you think Angel plays?
I don't think it's a wrong or right answer, though. I don't think nobody's just wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Again, that's what this is my thing, AD. This is my thing, AD. This is my thing,
Prince, you just said that she was wrong, man.
No, she's wrong about their play styles. Their play styles are different.
Okay,
Not her point of view.
Because everybody think that you just said that she's
wrong. Yeah. She's wrong about their play.
Where they play at, like on the court.
Yeah,
she's saying Angel play up top that,
but she doesn't. She doesn't play like that though. That's not what she's at on the court.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Unrivaled.
Again, I literally just did a breakdown today. Go watch it on my chat. They don't be on the same. They don't run the same set.
Maddie Westbeld and Angel Reese don't play the same. That's just my opinion. But
I'm not saying your take is wrong. I'm saying the way you compare them is wrong.
On the floor, that's what she's saying.
I'm not saying her take is wrong on how Olivia plays with Maddie. I'm saying her comparison with Angel Reese and the way that Maddie plays is wrong. Maddie plays like a big 2. Angel Reese actually plays like a true 4.
But that's what I'm saying. Like we're judging Angel, and I think we have to keep in mind they're getting rid of Kennedy because they want to open up the paint. Angel's job next year is going to be a stretch 4. So the way you saw her play against Phoenix, the way you saw her play against LA, the way you saw her play against Seattle is going to be her more traditional role so that Camilla has more room in the paint. So we can't judge how Angel played in her first year when she was really playing center a lot because Izzy don't know how to guard nobody at the 5 when she's actually supposed to be a stretch 4. And Angel has said herself, she wants to be a stretch 4. So like I said, look at how Angel's playing Unrivaled. That's more like how she's going to play next year. That's more how she played her junior year at LSU. She's trying to get back to being a big guard. So yes, when I'm saying that Maddie Westfield is playing and is going to play with Olivia a similar way that Angel is playing, I'm not saying junior baby Rook Angel. I'm saying big dog Angel Reese year 2. You feel me?
I say this on my channel, and I don't want to get too far off topic on KSAP's title, but I say this on my channel. Why are we trying to turn Angel Reese into Asia Wilson? Why can't Angel Reese be a big dog and her parameter? Why do we have to try to turn her into an Asia Wilson type of player? She'll never be that type of player. Their skill sets are different. Their body structures are different. Their movements on the court are different. Their muscle memory of how they play basketball is different. Again, Angel would play better with people that can shoot around her. Angel should be being a bully, not on the perimeter trying to shoot threes. She probably, again, I have no problem with Angel Reese wants to add to her game. But if you're trying to build a competent championship team that's trying to go on a run, you put pieces around her that make sense in the long term. And I think you're putting athletic people around her who play defense, who know how to get a bucket and know how to spread the floor is better than just going and get a point guard because you feel they can get her the ball in the lower block. That's why I'm trying to think about how I want to build out a championship team moving forward, not just 2025. Citron is 3-D, and she's very underrated with her IQ. Citron is one of the best screen protectors in college basketball, bar none. The way she uses her length, the way she communicates as an anchor on down screens, like she's so underrated on defense. And Sellers, I don't care about how many times she shoot the ball. Sellers is a baller. It's Tyler Marsh's job to make sure Sellers is in the right position, to be able to orchestrate the offense. You just use her talent. Again, when we keep talking about these players, when does the coach get involved in all of this that's orchestrating all of this that's going on? We're just looking at the player and say, this player fits, and we forget the coach has a system. How do we don't, again, you got to fit all that into it. We just trying to take Olivia Miles and dump her on last year's Chicago Sky team and say we going to the playoffs. That's not even going to be the same system. He's probably going to demand certain different sets.
So you don't want Olivia Miles on the Sky is what you're saying, though, basically, right?
What?
You saying you don't want
that's not what he's saying.
You don't
that's
want
not what he's saying. That's not what he's saying.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm thinking about building out the team. What Olivia Miles brings is great. I don't know how many times I gotta say this, but I'm giving you a different perspective of how you would.
Just like, you know what I'm saying? It's a contradiction. It's a contradiction. Some of the stuff you're saying contradicts itself.
No. I'm listen. Two things can be true. I could want a different vision as a Chicago Sky fan for how they should build the team out, but I can still live in reality and say if Olivia Miles is there at 3, she has the hype behind her, politics is involved, and if Jeff likes her at 3, I have no problem with it. But
who do you want at 3? Who do you want?
I just told you what I want. I want Citron at 3, and I want Sellers at 10. But I'm giving you two.
Okay, so you don't want Olivia Miles. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, but doesn't Jeff said he wanted a certain height?
Yes.
So why are we talking about people who shorter than what the man
Jeff
said he wants?
If you listen to what Jeff said, he literally wants Citron.
But he also said if his talent there, he's going to pick talent. He also said that. Everybody's going right to 6'1". He also said if the talent is there, he wants talent.
So you're saying
I didn't say that, but you need a point guard. I've been watching the Sky since day and 7. Danny, I watched every game, every minute. They need a point guard.
You saying you don't want her?
I mean, I love Citron if Miles isn't there, but they need an actual point guard, actual playmaker. So I'm riding with, saying Olivia Miles.
That's fine and dandy, but
I'm trying to figure out why
Jeff P don't want that
point guard for
and Tyler, Jeff P don't want that. Then what we could still sit here all day and talk about Olivia Miles, Citron, and all these other people. But if that man don't want them, then what?
I mean, Jeff basically said that he would take. He said that he
want height.
Yeah, but Jeff
he also said he'll take talent. He said he'll take. He said if the talent is there.
Sister
Tony, he basically said if Olivia was still there at 3, he would take her.
Sister Sonia Citron is over 6 feet, Sister Tony. So you will know that. She probably just didn't know that, y'all. So Sister Tony got to be able to know who we talking about and what. So Sonia Citron is on Notre Dame with that play with Olivia Miles.
I know she's on Notre Dame. I'm
but
saying
she's
because
6'1".
everybody keeps talking about
Yeah, she's
Olivia
6'1".
Miles, and the man distinctly said, because he kept emphasizing about the height.
All right.
Yes, he want talent, but he kept emphasizing more about the height.
All right, we got that. Hold on, check this
Jesus.
out, man.
Go ahead, Duvall.
Let Duvall. I apologize, Duvall. I apologize. Let me get Duvall in here. Go ahead, Duvall.
Good evening, everyone. I'm kind of with Prince. At first, I was Olivia Miles bus, but the more things start to play out, I can be on board with a Sellers and Centron, but I don't think Sellers gonna be there at 10. I think, and that's why I explained to Prince the other day. You probably gonna have to trade up for Sellers because she's going to rise up the ranks based on her style of play. Olivia Miles, I think she could play every style. I seen her run the fast break and give it to Centron, who say could do a thing. But Chicago Sky believe Camilla and Angel could play fast break type offense. So I think she can fit both styles as far as what the Sky is trying to do. But Olivia Miles is somebody I would want, but I'm okay with Citron and Sellers. I think the reason why people is not on board with Citron like that because I guess her style of play is not sexy. It's not something that's eye popping that stands out on film. You have to really be a basketball junkie to really appreciate what she brings to the table. And so I think that's the reason why Citron is not on people conscious like she should be. But she is a great player. She would be a great fit for the Chicago Sky. And so, and to address one thing, Nate, just one small thing, the offense going to be built around Angel Reese. Angel Reese is the franchise player. That coach was brought in because he wants to coach Angel. There's no disrespect to Camilla or nobody else, but Angel is the franchise. So the moment y'all come to grips with that, the better off we all would be. Because at the end of the day, we could say it one time only. Angel Reese is what this franchise is built around, based on a lot of things I don't even have to mention at this moment. And I'm going to get out the way.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think we got to watch the games, y'all. And Angel, I feel like we got to focus, read the articles that they say. Jeff already said that if a talented player such as Olivia is there, it's gonna be hard to pass up on her.
Nah, Tiffany, I can't let you do that. We can't believe the articles. I can't.
Okay,
let you
that's
do that.
true.
He said in his press conference, KSAP.
No, I don't care. She said
Yeah,
articles. We can't trust the articles. I can't let her do that.
He is a liar, though, so I don't.
I said that sarcastically, y'all. But keep going.
Oh,
I think Jeff talks out both sides of his mouth. He is snake, so can't really trust him. Angel has said herself that she wants Olivia. She has said that multiple times. She has said that she wants Olivia. Olivia was at the Chicago game. I think we got to trust the franchise player, like Duval put it. Angel the face, she the franchise. If the franchise player says, I want a player like Olivia, and she's on the board and you skip, request a trade. That's all I'm going to say.
I second what you're saying, Tiffany. Angel has said repeatedly she wants Olivia.
If Olivia is on the board and they choose Citron, request a trade. Baby, you is not for Chicago.
That's foul.
I'm going where you go.
They won't, though.
I don't know.
They have finished, man.
I don't know. All I'm going to say is Olivia fits the style. Angel knows, and she has said she wants to be a stretch four. I think that, especially when you're projecting for how to win with this team, Camilla has been almost at a triple-double for 4 games now in China. Of course, it's China.
I don't care what they're doing over in China.
Right. It's not China. It's not the W.
Exactly.
But what I'm saying is Camilla is developing. We're seeing Angel develop a consistent midi. By the time at the end of this season, they should be able to make a deep playoff run if they have the right people around them. Year 3, when they have free agency, we're still planning around these rookies. The way that these girls put in work, they've won national championships. Let's give them some respect. Let's let them say. We can say that they're going to be the stretch that they want to be. We can say that Camilla's going to be the dynamic scorer that she wants to be because they work hard for it. So I think that, putting in pieces that fit the style of play, Olivia can be developed to exactly what Chicago needs. Again, if Jeff does not draft Olivia, let's go ahead and pack it on up. We move into a new team. Is the Valkyries looking for somebody? Because we gotta go.
I ain't going
Again, I think you
Yeah.
again, like you just said, we need to watch film. I don't know if you don't know who I am. I actually break down film, but I think you need to watch actually. Again, Citron is very underrated. You again, when you're building out a team, good GMs, guess what they do? They figure out pieces that you don't have to duplicate. You Citron can literally do three things that you don't have to duplicate. You again, but we'll leave it there. I'm just confused at how y'all trying to build this team out.
No, but
I
I'm
want
saying like,
I would take Citron, me personally.
but if
I want
Olivia's there,
Olivia Miles and Sellers.
Yeah,
That's
AD,
my
I
two
get your
picks.
point of view. I get your point of view. I just don't like that we feel like Citron isn't worthy of being a number 3 pick.
No.
You never didn't say that. We just say I'll take Olivia Miles over Citron. That's all we saying.
No, I get that point, but it's like asinine that Citron wouldn't be the choice at number 3. You got to trade you got to demand a trade because you draft Citron.
I didn't say that. That's what Annie said. But
I wouldn't
I'm
take her
saying,
at 3 though, honestly.
I'm
but
saying for you, Zoe, if
I wouldn't mind having her.
If Olivia and Citron are there, and Angel has said she wants Olivia, you still taking Citron as GM?
Hold on, watch this. Check this out. I'm gonna simplify this because I'm gonna be like, Zoe, what are we doing here? I'm gonna simplify this. First, I want to say this, man. We got 418 people watching, and we only got 130 some likes. What are we doing here? Now, check this out. Zoe basically said, if Olivia Miles is there at 3, you take her at 3. But if she's not there, you go with Citron and Sellers. He said, but if she is there at number 3, you get her. So
I'm saying it makes sense either way, right? Olivia Miles, like you said, is a great point guard. I'm not saying she's a bad point guard. And again, it's weird when it's weird when you say something, everything else they hear nothing else, none of the positives, they just hear the negatives. I literally said Olivia Miles is a Magic Johnson type of point guard, and all everybody heard was I say she can't pass and she doesn't pass into the post.
Yeah.
I'm literally just giving you the statistics of her play style so you can truly understand what you're actually saying isn't probably what you think is going to happen. I'm just telling you her play style. We don't even know if I know point guards in the NBA right now who are uncomfortable passing in the post.
Nobody worse than Dana.
It just is what it is. And they can average 8 assists a game.
How Dana get back up in here? You see what they do? Come on, Tiffany. You causing confusion, man.
They only here to cause confusion.
My fault.
Tiffany brought. I thought we moved on past Dana, man. Let's get Dana out of that system, man. And you brought Dana right back into the fray. I thought we moved on Dana an hour or 2 ago.
What's that say? Dribbling Dana.
Yeah, but what Zoe said, I mean, he gave a breakdown on Olivia Miles' style of play. But he did say before he started breaking her down, if she's there at 3, then you get her.
And I think that's the confusion case out.
Yeah,
because
I think that's what it was.
When I explain stuff, I get so deep into the style of play and breaking it down because I know it so well.
They get off into your explanation.
Yeah, it gets lost because that's why I always like to start my conversation off with, I don't have a problem with Olivia Miles, but I get so deep into it, they forget that part and I got to re-say it again. And then it gets confusing because they didn't hear that part when I first said it. I'm just giving you a perspective
what he's
on her
doing
play
is
style.
giving them an underhanded compliment, right? And then going on with his soliloquy. You know what I'm saying? But he did state it because the tape don't lie because I can go to the review. He did state Olivia Miles, if she's there at 3, we take her. But if she's not, he's going with Citron and Sellers. And I think we all have agreed to that. If she's not there, we got to get Citron, right? But AD, you said Sellers and Citron. I mean, I got to push back on that. Why would you get 2 point guards?
I said Olivia Miles and Sellers.
Yeah, why would you get 2 point guards?
Because I feel like Sellers can play 1 through 3. She don't necessarily have to play.
That's what I said.
Yeah, that's why he said that. Yeah, I figured that.
So hold on. Now, hold on. Let's get back to this, Keisha. So now I guess everybody is starting to see what me and Keisha was seeing in Sellers, right? Is that what I'm hearing? I don't know about you, AD.
I have been asked that.
Nah,
I had been asked. I was like, "Hey, can you get Sellers in?" I asked that. Hey, I asked that. You was like, "No, not a 10." Remember? I said, "Hey, so do you get?" You like, "No, you don't get 2 point guards."
No, I was asking Nate a question. I said, "Why would you take 2 point guards?" And he just gave me his explanation. He said that Sellers could play 1 through 3.
But that's what I said.
No,
Very versatile.
Okay, but hold up, Nate. This is what I'm saying. When me and Keisha, a couple streams ago, when we called the Maryland and USC game, when we started twerking for Sellers, everybody thought we was crazy, right? And me and Keisha came on here and said,
they did. They argued us down.
I think we should get Sellers, but they tried to slap us. They tried to slap us.
Brooklyn. Okay, my bad. Cause that's because me and Brooklyn was disagreeing with her at 3. That's because when Quita did her draft, she had her 3. That's what I was saying.
It doesn't matter how it came up, Nate. It's the fact that me and Keisha
never said 3.
Yeah, we never said 3. It's the fact that me and Keisha said, "Damn, I take Sellers." And then they try to crucify us. They try to put us on the cross and nail us.
It wasn't me then. It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. I thought I'd throw that out there because the tape don't lie. Me and Keisha, we covered the USC and Maryland game, and because Keisha wanted to do it because she wanted to see what the Sellers train was all about. So when we saw Sellers, we like, damn, she was giving Juju the business. She was getting downhill. She was playing defense on her. And just like you said, AD, to your point, I saw her play 1, 2, and 3. I think we had a conversation about, her shooting the 3 ball. Yeah. She has that in her bag, but she don't have to shoot it all the time because she's a point guard that gets downhill. She causes the confusion in the paint.
Then she could be your second ball handler. You know what I'm saying? So like
that's all I'm saying, AD.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
She got size, like, you know what I mean? So
it was a big debate that night. It was a big debate. I was like, okay, y'all got it.
I think we was just trolling. I think Brooke was just trolling. I think we was just trolling. I think he was trolling.
K-Sap, let me ask you this question, K-Sap. In the panel, let me ask you this.
Neither though. I think Citron Waller, and she's underrated for sure.
I think Olivia Miles would benefit because we keep bringing up Angel Reese. I think Olivia Miles would benefit Camila Cardoso more than she would benefit Angel Reese, just because of Cardoso's play style. I think Cardoso would have a bigger impact with Olivia Miles than Angel Reese would. Cardoso's play style.
Absolutely.
I think Cardoso would have a bigger impact.
Gotcha.
Bro clock.
I think Zoe went out on us.
Nah, that's not me. I don't know who that is.
Oh, I thought you dropped out on.
Nah, somebody had their YouTube on in the background.
Yeah, I totally agree, man. I mean, this is all, everybody has different, point of views on what we see. And, like I said, Zoe on his channel, he does a lot of breakdowns on film study. You go to the film room talking about what are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? So you can go get some stuff and you can see the point of views when he comes over here talking. It's based off of his film study on what he says. He's breaking down the film. But I will say this to everybody's point. The 3 people that we're talking about, you can't go wrong with either.
Nope.
Yeah, it's facts.
You can't go wrong with either.
Yeah.
And then Nate tried to throw a monkey wrench in the system, talk about Flage coming out. I don't want to hear that. Let's get away from that, man. Y'all throwing.
Since you brought it up. No.
And then you talking about this free agent and who's the free agent that you talking about?
Janelle Salon. Janelle Salon.
You're throwing her name in there. You see what I'm saying? We can't be doing that.
Now, I was just saying she was in the States and she unrestricted free agent. It's like signing
there's a lot of people rolling around here.
Yeah, so yeah. We only got spot for what? We got to fill the roster with what, 3, 4 more players.
K-Sap, I will say this, K-Sap. Nate, I did some research on her like a couple weeks ago. I wouldn't be mad if we bring her to training camp.
No, that's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
I just said he's causing confusion by bringing all these names in here. You know what I'm saying?
I just mentioned 2 people. I just mentioned 2 people.
I understand, but the fact is, man, we only got like you said, Zoe, we only got so many roster spots that we can fill.
That's what I be wondering. They
That's
got
what I'm
1,000
saying.
different trades. They won't bring in 20
Numbers
draft
got
picks.
injured tonight
I'm like,
too,
golly,
y'all.
we already got 8 people on the roster.
I think a few of them not coming back. So
All I know is this:
Kennedy loves Angel, y'all. Kennedy loves Angel. Kennedy loves Angel. All right, go ahead.
You better love Angel. That's all I got to say because I told y'all who I twerk for. I said that the first time I got on live. So go ahead.
Yeah, Keisha, they try to crucify us. Do I got to roll the tape back and do a playback?
No, don't do them like that. I mean, they told we was the only 2 saying, you know what? We call the game. We get because remember they kept going at me talking about Mr. Keisha always talking about the eye test.
Yeah.
They almost talk about the eye test. I say I use stats and I love stats. Don't get me wrong, but I have to see.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they was getting over. You can't just be going by. That's what the numbers is for. I said, okay.
I gotta leave these analytics alone. And then when I pulled up certain numbers and didn't attach nobody's name to it, they saw the big picture. Yeah, Tony, go ahead.
All right. So Nate, let me clear up something because you put something in the back chat, and I'm not really about to be going back and forth with nobody tonight, right?
Okay.
So Case, you wasn't here last night, but KSAP did put a rule in that people are to be allowed to say what they got to say, and then we can talk about it, agree or disagree without people keep cutting them off in it. So that's why I kept saying let her finish what she has to say, so Prince can go and they can have a decent discussion between the 2 of them. So I'm not finished doing this tonight. All right, I ain't trying to be rude or nothing.
I'm not either.
But see,
I'm
you
not
cutting me
either.
off.
My
You
thing
are
is
cutting me off. While
okay.
I'm
Go ahead.
talking.
Go ahead. I think you still
This
got
is
anger
what we're
issues, but go
talking
ahead.
about. You done talking?
Come
You
on,
done
y'all.
talking?
Don't start, guys. Come on, don't start.
Yeah, man, we're
Don't
having a
start.
good panel, man.
We're having a good
panel.
show. Come
trying
on,
to
don't
explain
start.
something, and you keep cutting me off, and I'm not into it with you.
I don't
Right?
think
I'm
y'all
just trying
guys
to
are into
explain.
it.
I'm
That's
trying to
all.
explain. No, but he left the message in the back.
I see it. I just read it.
Yeah.
I just
So
read it.
I'm just trying to explain something, right? That's why I kept saying let her finish up because that's what he said yesterday. Now, if he changed it today, that's fine. But I mean, that's why I kept saying let her finish. So then, because it was between she and Zoe to going back and forth.
All right, let's move on. Let's get that out of the system, man. That's don't mess up a good show. We got everybody's point, and I'm glad you brought that to attention, Sister Tony. And I'm glad that you said what you had to say, Nate. But come on, guys, we've been respectful, man. We trying to clean it up. Everybody's getting a chance, man, and let's just move forward, man. There's no animosity between nobody, man. We trying to right the ship, man. We all right. So anybody else got anything to say, man? Because like I said, man, we 3 hours in, man. I know it's 1 o'clock in the morning here, Central Standard Time, man. But I want to give what do you say? Tiff been causing confusion all night. Tiff, where you at? You been causing confusion all night?
She has.
Yeah, she didn't cause confusion and bounced on
No,
us and letting us try to figure it out.
Tiff had her points and she backed them up with what she,
Dipped on out,
she was
man.
doing her thing. Tiff say, look.
All right, Duvall, I know you've been sitting back in the cut. I know you got some more to say. I know you itching. Let's go.
Oh, not really. Like I said, I just agree with the direction that the sky is trying to go as far as in the draft. I'm okay with Olivia Miles and I'm okay with Centron and Sellers. And so either way, I think all 3 players can fit what Chicago Sky's trying to do, and it's up to Tyler Marsh to really implement, a style that will fit everybody's best attributes. But at the end of the day, it's just a sad day with Kenny Carter's now long coming back and stuff like that. So it just it's gonna be pretty interesting where everybody's going next. Where the franchise is going next, and where in the Kenny Carter case where she's going next. And so
yeah, I mean that situation, man. I don't know what Jeff P's gonna do, man. And then you talk about Tyler Marsh. I don't know. I the more and more I hear stories and articles, like I think Tyler Marsh is just agreeing with everything that Jeff P's saying. Like, I got to see when the season starts, whatever kind of roster they may build and who they may have. I got to see what kind of system Tyler Marsh is going to run, because being a head coach and a player developmental coach is totally different. And y'all seeing that firsthand with Phil Handy in Unrivaled. With the
But
talent
that's on
that he
Jeff
has.
though, K-Sap though. That's on Jeff though. Like your organization decides, like, okay, I'm drafting these players. I want to get these players in free agency. What coach fits around them? Like, think about Phoenix. No other coach could have coached that team other than Mike D'Antoni. The way that team was built with the stretch five with Channing Frye, the way Steve Nash gets up and down, and how Amara Stoudemire might like to play pick and roll in the dunker spot. So like that's Jeff. Like, I need to see Tyler Marsh. So everything is on Jeff right now because
That's what I said. I need to see what Tyler Marsh
Tyler.
going to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to see what kind of system he going to run. I got to see what he's going to implement, what he's going to implement in the players that he have. And we'll never know until we see that final roster.
Yeah.
And February 1st is going to tell us a lot. And it's right around the corner. Like, that's when they can start signing these contracts, and we'll see how it's going to be ripple down effect. We're going to see who is who, and then we're going to be like, damn, this team got this player. And then we're going to start thinking, well, why didn't we go after this player? That's how it's going to happen. But in the Chicago Sky situation, we only got so many roster spots, guys. Like,
and they keep asking who the 8 players are. So you got Elizabeth, you got Elizabeth Williams, you got Camilla, Angel Reese, your 2 draft picks. You still got Jefferson,
Rachel Banham,
Rachel Banham, and Michaela. That's your 8 players.
Yep.
You got to count your draft picks.
You forgot about Lindsey Allen.
And Lindsey Allen, that's 9. So you got 9 players already.
Yeah, and then you got
so you got to figure out which 3 players
picks.
you bringing.
Yeah.
You can go to a training camp with 17 players.
Yeah.
But the players we just named are going to be on the roster. So you got to figure out who your other 3 players are. I don't know why y'all keep thinking we're gonna get all these different players. We only got 3
what I
roster
said.
spots.
That's what be making irritate me. Like, y'all bringing up all these players, and I told y'all a while ago, somebody gonna be asked out, and that's just the bottom line. Somebody gonna be, it's
Matter of fact, we only got 2. We forgot about Dana Evans.
Yeah. And
even if you started for somebody else, that player coming back, they still taking the spot. So technically, you only got 2 spots.
Unless Jeff P and Tyler know something we don't know, like they negotiating behind closed doors and we ain't seen the moves that they making, because like Nate said, it had to be some kind of talks with Kennedy's people about the situation where they was going to go with Kennedy. Now we got the scratch and claw and find what we're going to do next. So
I don't think they scratching and clawing K-Sap. I think they know exactly what they want to do. They not confused.
Well,
we just don't last to know.
Nah, because the article's been out there. We just didn't want to.
That's true.
Yeah, it is what it is, man.
People say we was crazy, but I mean,
but it is what it is, man. But like I said, man, great show tonight. Appreciate everybody that was in the chat. Appreciate everybody that came up on the panel. Much love in the community, man. Like I said, man, we're building something strong around here. Make sure that you guys are following WBB Universe. All the links was in the chat. Make sure you're following Cut the Ish, Real Talk Sports with Lakeisha, Steady Serv'n ENT with Bro Claude, I Am Zoe Media. Make sure you following him.
Hey, make sure y'all go subscribe. I'm only 40 subscribers away from 1K. So make sure y'all go hit me up.
That's what we're trying to get you there. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button. Now we got Nate. He's about to launch something.
He about to drop it.
Yes, sir.
We waiting for him to do his thing. And then my brother AD has been inspired, and he wants to start something.
All right.
So it's a beautiful thing what's happening in this community. It's a beautiful thing, man. And see what y'all doing, I love it. And like I said, out of respect, I wasn't going live tonight, guys. I wasn't going live because I wanted Keisha and Bro Claude and WBB Universe to keep doing what they was doing on their live thing on Unrivaled. And I didn't want to cross paths with them and step on their toes. but everybody kept hitting me up. But with their blessing, I said I would go live at 10:30. You know, it's a late live. And they said, go ahead and fire it up. So I didn't want to go live when they was live out of respect for them, because I want them to build. Yeah, I want them to build what they have to build. And I want you
shout out
guys
to Lakeisha, man. I be trying
Yeah.
to pull up over there. Yeah, that's why I didn't want to do one on mine, because
That's what
you
I'm
know
saying.
we kind of got the same followers. So I was like, I'm gonna just go pull up on Showtime.
And that's what I said.
Shout
And
out to Lakeisha, man.
when Zoe is live, I don't go live. Zoe will start us out around the early hours, around about 5 or 6. Yeah. So if y'all guys really know how I rock, I don't try to. If Zoe's live, I'm not live, because you know we have a community together, and we all support each other. And I don't want to, oversee his live and people going back and forth. I want people to be engaged in him, like we talk about. YouTube loves that engagement, right? So when he's live, I fall back.
Right.
When Keisha and Bro Claude are calling the game,
I love saying, hey, I'm about to end mines. Everybody go pull up on KSAB or the Keisha channel. We about to go over. I love saying stuff like that.
And that's how it should be. If Zoe is going live at 4 or 5 o'clock, we support him. Then a next live is going to be following. When he ends his live, be like, hey, we're about to go over here to Keisha channel. Boom, pull up on her channel. When they call in the game, when they done, out of respect, I'll be like, look, I'll fire something up. But
I got one thing.
Go ahead.
I got one thing to say before we get up out of here. Bro Claude, I don't care what he doing. He got to do the game with me on Thursday, LSU versus South Carolina.
Oh yeah, he be
pull up.
That's gonna be a beat down.
Easy.
I gotta pull up on that one.
Easy work.
That's a beat down.
Yeah.
Until us, Lakeisha.
Yeah, whatever.
What day is that, Lakeisha? What day is that?
Thursday.
So we're gonna come over to her channel on Thursday, and we're gonna talk about easy work. Easy
Hey, Lakeisha,
work.
send me the Lakeisha, send me the link. I'm pulling up for that one.
What spaces, y'all? Hey, what spaces?
What spaces y'all talking about?
Oh, they talking about Twitter Spaces. You can go live on Twitter. And some people are live. They saying Kennedy is live talking to fans. Or
I got Twitter, but how do you see that?
How do you see all that?
You go to her profile and you'll see a bubble around her profile, and you just click on her profile picture, and it'll take you to the spaces.
Yeah,
Especially
she under Hollywood.
As of right now, she said she don't have no problem with teammates. She said she Marina.
Oh, you gotta join the space to get in.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta join it.
You just gotta hit a profile picture. Her profile picture is going to take you to the space.
Yeah, they join the space, but I don't want to join.
What's she saying, Duval? What's she saying?
She basically said she don't got no problem with teammates. She have a
So
problem.
why is she coming out and addressing this? See, that's what I don't like.
And she
because people are saying that she was talking against Angel Reese.
Nah, she don't have to address that. What is understood don't have to be explained. And see, that's why people start talking about stuff.
But
maybe
I
think she needs a better PR. Whoever her
she does, Tony. She does, Tony.
She needs a better PR set of people, because at this rate, she going on there because somebody said something that's who she talking about. Don't answer them, because the more you answer them, it's the more fire it's going to start.
Thank you, and that's all I've been trying to say, Tony. Like when she went on there and had to justify what Jeff P said earlier, and then she had to get on her Hollywood talking about who y'all want me to play for. Y'all, that's get some engaged. I don't need to see all that. What's understood don't have to be explained.
She need a better PR. As
but,
you know,
can I
get a better PR.
Give me just a second. Let me add this. She was addressing it because Annie Constable been saying stuff about her, and that's what they brought up into the spaces. And so she's saying that the person should cite their source because she feel like that stuff is false. That's a false narrative.
She didn't have to come out and say that, Duval. She didn't have to come out and say that.
She didn't say that
stuff alone, man.
That's what agents are for. You see it all the time in sports. Your agent is the one who comes out and defends you in public. Like they ain't your job.
Does she have an agent?
Yeah, she has an agent.
She just hired a new one.
Yeah,
No,
she got one.
She just hired a new one.
I know political. I know she has a right to defend herself, but this is asinine. what she's
K-Sal, we
defending
keep looking
herself
at it as
about.
fans. She's
Yeah.
we got the fans view on right now. She's a
Yeah.
professional athlete. She's not a fan that just hop on Twitter like that. That's not how
Yeah.
this works.
Yeah, she need a better PR, man, because
That's what I'm saying. Like,
because
political,
at
I
this
know.
point you're not going to clear your name. You're not going.
Yeah.
People going to continue to say what they're going to want to
Exactly.
say, and thing. I understand that she trying to clear up what Annie said or whoever said whatever. But let the professional deal with that. Who's that?
Yeah, you
That's
gotta mute
Kennedy in the
if you.
background. Somebody got their faces on.
Yeah, but you gotta mute before you
Yeah.
That was
want to
me.
listen to. Oh,
Yeah, you
okay.
got to mute that,
Yeah.
man, because
You gotta mute because we can hear it.
And like I said, political.
But I'm with you,
Go ahead.
K-Step. I mean, me personally, I'm with Sister Tony too. Me personally, I wouldn't address any of it on Twitter.
Exactly.
But
No.
with these young people, this is what they do.
yeah,
But
I
You need to
forget
be
this is
convincing the
generation
GMs,
where
not the
they
fans.
got to
You
clap
need to be
back and they
convincing the
got to
GMs
answer
and the
people.
coaches, not the
Yeah.
fans.
What she got to
Right.
what she got to explain to the fans? That's
You
not
don't
going
have
to
to
change the.
explain
That's
nothing to us.
yeah.
Yeah.
You should have been explaining this to all the GMs when you had yourself in hot water. But you want to
The
go on
fans
there
who
and
gonna
explain
support her
stuff to the
gonna always
fans.
be there. The ones
Yep.
who gonna be negativity, she could go out there and give $1 million to a homeless dude on side the road. They gonna still find something bad to say about it. Don't
It's
do
just
this
like
for the
they do
fans.
Angel Reese. It's just like how they do Angel Reese. Angel Reese can do 20 damn doggone things
Watch
right,
this.
and she puts on a skimpy dress, and everybody got an issue with it.
Yeah.
It's
I-
it's
yeah.
just crazy.
I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm in the words of Duvall. It said a lot when Angel wasn't saying nothing.
But what you said before?
Now
What
you
is
wanna cause confusion
I
and
just ended
end,
off.
huh?
I just wanted to end it off that way, man.
You like confusion?
You
Like-
just like confusion. You a troll, K-Sam.
Okay, y'all,
How's that
listen.
trolling?
Breaking news.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I'm listening to Kenny Carter right now. She talking.
Okay.
She said what she posted about layups. It was the rival game.
She don't gotta explain herself to nobody, bro.
She
Claude.
can't be doing that neither,
Right.
bro, Claude. Come on,
and
man.
The
That's a
second
colleague.
thing she just said, she said no one has reached out to her from the Chicago Sky organization as of right now, and no one has given her any information that she's not with the team anymore. That's what she just said.
All right. Well, did she say? Did she get a contract offer? Today's the 20th. Today's the 21st.
No, she didn't say that.
Okay.
She just
Well, hey.
she was making this girl had asked her about her not being on Chicago Sky.
Well,
She said,
China probably 3 days. She probably 3 days late in China. She probably 3 days behind us.
No,
right?
but
Her agent should have told her anyway.
Claude, like Tony said, like Sister Tony said, and Zoe is saying she shouldn't be out there talking like
Yeah.
this. She
I
shouldn't
leave
be
it
doing
alone.
this.
I leave it alone, man. Tony, what you laughing
Angel
for?
was out there talking with Caitlyn situation. You know what I'm saying? She did the same
No, I'm
thing.
talking about why she got some kind of contract thing going on.
Yeah.
She shouldn't be out there, AD.
I leave it alone, AD, in her situation, because that just puts more fire. I mean, that just puts more wood on the fire
Just
for
proving them.
Yeah, just proving everybody
just
right.
proving right.
I'll leave it alone, man. Because
I'd have kept it professional.
and you know what? I talk about this all the time. Her fans are probably happy, like, damn, Chennedy Carter responded to me. You see what I'm saying? Like that's what they fish for. They fish to get acknowledged,
They
right?
kept talking until she got on there.
Yeah, until they kept on saying everything, and they finally got a response from Chennedy Carter. I would leave it alone, man. If I'm Chennedy Carter, if I'm her age, her PR team, we got to do a little better. And I think if you start by that, try to clean your reputation up. I just don't agree with her going on to Twitter because she is a famous athlete. You see what I'm saying? But it is what it is, man. I'm not here to say what Kennedy.
Elle got something different for you, K-Sal.
Well, we already know how Elle feels. I mean, that's her opinion, man. I mean, we already know she's standing 10 toes down. Hold on.
I don't know about on Twitter.
Elle said, thanks for the $5 super chat, Elle. She said she should be able to speak up for herself while all these think pieces are being published. I mean, I that's everybody's opinion, but it's certain. Okay.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you where KSAP is going with this situation. The reason why she's wrong for speaking up right now because she's a free agent. It's not like she's on a team already. She's trying to get on a team, and so anything that could be construed as somebody being combative or anything like that could be a negative on her reputation. That reputation that's already kind of tarnished and sensitive as it is.
Yeah.
Because right now she's 3 for 3 for teams that no longer want her. So she gonna be another Liz Cambridge in a minute, where she gonna be out of WNBA because, like I said, she ran out of opportunity and chances. And so she just has to move professionally. She has to move with a PR mindset and let other people speak for her. She don't have to speak for herself. Other people could sing her praises or fight her criticisms.
Yeah.
That's why she got family members and stuff like that. They could put out those fire. She don't have to say it herself.
Yeah,
that's not smart.
It's a difference if she was already on a team and then they start asking her questions and she answers them then. It's not hurting her because she's already signed with a team now. But now you're trying to sign for a team.
I'd love Elle to come up here and give us her
you
opinion.
get it. You know what I'm saying? Nah, we're not gonna be here that long, Tony. I would love for her to come up too. And I
just wanted to hear from her.
No, I will speak.
Perspective.
You heard her perspective yesterday. I know you heard it loud and clear. And she's standing 10 toes down. And I respect that. And I will say, addressed to her super chat, she has a right to speak up for herself. Well, all that negative smearing they do about LeBron James, does he entertain that stuff?
LeBron
No.
and
I'm just saying. I did just it's just a yes or no.
95% of the time, he don't.
But K-Tap, you gotta understand. Chennedy, how old is Chennedy?
25.
25.
Okay, she's still young, right?
LeBron did that when he was young too. He never addressed all that stuff. I mean, it's a difference. It's apples
It's
and
a
oranges.
difference.
I mean,
It's a difference in who she got, and it like I said, if she don't have the proper PR people to, because if I was her agent, I'd be calling her on the phone and be like, get off of Twitter right now.
I know that's right. I will ask
Get
her for
yourself
her
off
username.
Twitter right now and
I
let
will
me
ask
do
her-
this. This is what
ask
you
her
hire
for
me
her-
for.
Yeah.
I will ask her for her username and password as soon as I see her.
Absolutely.
hey,
Log out.
hey, why don't you just go ahead and make her a burner account? And speaking speaking third person like Kevin Durant. Just do that. I'll accept that. I'll accept that.
KD said he had to respond to the trolls.
Yeah, I'll accept that. I'll go at them that way.
Yeah, but you gotta understand that generation, they live on there, and they always respond and let people understand how they feel and stuff. That's how I guess that's how they grow their people.
This is for you, Kennedy Carter. Give me your login. Let me go at them.
Right, because that's how they do it.
Do it for
this
you.
is how these young people, you and me, not going to do that, but these young 20-something-year-olds, they'll go on there and answer you in a heartbeat. You know
another thing, Sister Tony.
Yeah.
She needed to pull up on a YouTube channel or a Twitter space of people at a safe space that love her. Don't pull up on any
let's
Twitter
invite
space.
her.
on our panel.
If anybody who's on Twitter
come
right
up on
now,
our
tell her
panel.
to come to KSAP. And
We got you
and
back.
we got her, and we would like to hear her opinion.
We got your back. We'll let you talk anything
don't
you would
pull up
talk. We're
on
gonna sit back and
anybody.
listen.
Yeah, don't pull up on anybody's stuff. Pull up to where people that give you a safe space to speak.
L, make that happen. L, make that happen. Oh, I gotta address L again. Appreciate you, L. I like this, man. Appreciate the $10 super chat, L. She said I could be objective. I said in the past that she needs a great PR team to reel her in. However, in this specific case and time, I support her speaking up. We respect that, man. But hey, L, reach out to Kennedy. Reach out to Kennedy and make it happen. Come on, L. Tell her come on up here.
Listen to her.
Yeah.
Sure would.
We'll sit back and she can speak, and we just sit back and listen so we get a better understanding of who Kennedy Carter is.
She needs to make sure she go to safe spaces.
That's what the press conference for, Kennedy. When you get on a team, you address what you need to address in those press conferences.
Then air it out.
You don't do it in Twitter space, and when you're trying to find a team, especially if you got a reputation out there about you. You know what I'm saying? Like I said again, 3 for 3 teams that don't want her, and the franchise player did not speak up for her. That's a bad indictment. I'm sorry, and y'all might not want to hear that, but that means a lot. That's just like if Draymond Green, if Steph Curry did not speak up for Draymond Green when he was about to be a free agent, they wouldn't have re-signed Draymond Green. That's why they re-signed him, because the franchise player told the team, "Hey, bring Draymond Green back." You do what the franchise player say. And if the franchise player ain't speaking up for you and she speak up on everything else, that it says something. And so she have to tread lightly, because this she could be blackballed this year. She did not have a team this year because, like I said, they don't like how the way she moved, because she's clearly talented.
I'm praying for her though. I'm actually.
I just want her
I'm
to get
praying
the
for
right.
her.
Oh, go
I
ahead.
want her to
Crystal.
just have closure.
I'm praying for her too.
I just want her to get the
really
right
Kennedy.
people behind her. That's all. She can get the right people to behind her. We can erase this. Not yet. There's people who've done worse on around and still come back from it. So she needs the right people behind her. She has to have the right people. That agent that she got to be fired, and she need to get a better agent and get
She just hired this week. She just hired over.
She just hired this one, and this one got her
last
on
week.
on thing there. You crazy
Well,
as hell.
She better go with Clutch Sports, and I'll end it that way.
Yeah,
better go with Clutch Sports. Clutch Sports will have her back on Chicago. They would have had her back on Chicago.
I'm just praying for her, you know.
Yeah,
I'm praying for her, guys, and I'm really praying for her peace, and I'm really I'm really drained about this topic with this little sister, because I won't.
We moving forward now. We ain't.
I wanted to have success. Yeah, this is it. I wanted to have success, and you know,
I didn't want to do it tonight.
You know, yeah, I know you didn't, man. But we wanted you to come on, me myself, because you got to air it out. I'm done. I mean, she's gone. We done. It is what it is, and let's move on to the next thing. That's it.
Hey, man, that's the way to wrap it up, man. I'm gonna give y'all a chance to get y'all's final thoughts. AD, what's your final thoughts, man?
This guy got to make some good decisions moving forward. That's it. I hope Kennedy gets the opportunity. I mean, that's just a fact.
Yeah,
they gotta fill a scoring void. We know what they need: a point guard, a 3-and-D. And as far as Kennedy go, wherever she go, I'm gonna be a fan no matter where she go. Yeah. I hope she get another opportunity. I hope she calm down and she get the right people around her. And I don't want to see her out the league. She too talented for that. Yeah. I don't want to see nobody get blackballed out the league, out of any league, honestly. Unless it's just like, you know what I mean, some outrageous things. I don't think she's done anything to garner her to get out, put blackballed out of the league. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully she get another opportunity. And as far as Chicago go, I hope that they make the right choices moving forward. If they can get Jewel Lloyd, bring her on. Yeah. But I don't want to see them. I hope they can do it and still keep the first, the third, and the 10th pick. Yeah. I hope it's a way that they can navigate that.
We just
got to do that.
Then
I think that we'll have I think we may end up getting a championship team if they can do that. If they can pull that off. Yeah. We definitely have a playoff team if we get the right pieces with the draft picks and Jewel Lloyd. That's cooking with grease right there.
Yeah. Yeah, you cooking late night fried up, man. Put some of them old chicken wings in there, man. Get us some fried ribs, man.
Yes, I'm getting hungry now.
Whatever you frying, we eating. Whatever you frying, we eating, man. Even it can be. We can eat fried snakes tonight if y'all want. You can fry the snake up. We can eat the fried snakes, but whatever you cooking, man. Hey, we gonna eat, man. Just bring us to the table, man. And we want Bro Claude to bless the food, and we gonna eat. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna eat. But that's a good take, Nate. I mean, a good take, AD. And I appreciate you, my brother, coming up on the panel.
Appreciate everybody.
Much love and respect. And first, before I move it around, I do want to thank Tiffany and company for coming up on the panel tonight, causing all kinds of confusion and making this conversation go left and haywire. You did your job, so I want you to give yourself a round of applause because you stirred up this pot and didn't put no season in it and made us eat it raw. Now, all right, Tony.
Oh, that's nasty.
What's your final thoughts, Tony?
I mean, like everybody here, I'm sad to see her go. I really would like her to get better PR, better agent, and overcome this. We can move on from now to see and hope and pray that the snake of a GM that they he comes up with something that will allow this team to get to at least the playoff. Because at this rate, I'm really not feeling anything about when it comes to Jeff P.
Yeah,
but
the snake is in that hot grease right now. Go ahead, keep going.
Hey, he don't need to be in the hot grease. He need to be in the damn fire. That's what he needs to be.
Well, like you said, if you cut the head, but the snake is at the bottom, it's still going to rear its head. That's what you said earlier.
No, I said if you cut the tail off and the things at the head, but I know you're trying to cause. I know you're trying to cause.
No, I'm trying to say what you said. I remember things.
I listen. You do remember things, but not in the right way. But
I just quoted it wrong. Just like I be botching the names up, I quoted your quote wrong. Okay,
that's all right. That's why we love you.
All right, appreciate you. All right, Nate. I know you want to. Don't cause too much confusion. Don't bring up nobody else's name. Just give me your closing.
I'm not.
Just give me your closing thoughts.
Well, I hope she. I just knew for sure that she would at least, at least maybe either bring her back or sign and trade her. I didn't know they was gonna literally let her walk away. You know what I'm saying? I hope she shouldn't be barred, because if Natasha Howard can throw her girlfriend out of a window and still be in the league, there's no way Kennedy Carter can be blackballed for just having some locker room issues. So I hope she gets the help she needs. I remember in LA, I remember her saying she had some depression issues. So, and she's supposed to get the help and she didn't. So I hope she gets the help she needs. What the heck was that?
Keep going, man.
I thought. No, for real. For real. It's for real. So Natasha Howard threw her girlfriend out the window, and she's still in the freaking league.
You ain't gotta say it again. We heard what you said, man. Keep going.
DT went to Chicago Sky and broke their door.
Yeah, come on. That
was their championship they won. But hopefully, Kennedy gets signed somewhere, and like I said in the chat, I hope she gets somewhere and they let her be her.
All right, Duvall, what you got?
Respectfully, her being her is the reason why she's in this position now. Like I said, she had to move differently. She had to move smarter. Even when she made that tweet tonight about layups, people took that and made it a narrative because they know that she's capable of popping off. You can't do things like that. You have to have self-awareness when it comes to the way that you approach your public and what perception you want to put out there about you. She's too talented to be in this position where we don't even know if she's going to have a team next year. So that's why it's always important to be light in addition to be great. Because your tolerance go always outweigh, your production go always outweigh your tolerance of how people feel about you. But once that becomes equal or less than, then that's when people going to get rid of you. And so she has to move with a different mindset. If that means her going to therapy more and getting that self-help that everybody needs, not just her, but everybody in general needs for their own mental peace, for her to be the best version of herself, she needs to do that. Because at the end of the day, she would have been on the Chicago Sky. She should be a core person to build around at this point in time. But she's not because of some of the things that she did while she was there. And that's the sad thing about the situation. So I wish her nothing but the best. I hope that, somebody believes in her and somebody give her another chance. I hope that Teresa Weatherspoon is on somebody's roster because she can advocate for her. But if not, she gonna have to blame nobody but herself because you are what your reputation say you is, unfortunately.
And look, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be real, man. If Kennedy's not on the team this year, I might quit YouTube. I might quit YouTube.
Right. Yeah, right. Okay.
I'm just telling you.
You like stirring up stuff.
I'm not. I mean, because this.
I can't take you serious, K-Sap, because you always making jokes. And you ain't giving up your YouTube.
Man, I'm telling you, man, look. If she ain't on a roster, I'm a Scooby-Doo it.
So damn, go
I'm a
silly.
Scooby-Doo it, man.
I can't
But,
with you. Yeah,
Key, get back in here, Key. I know we driving you crazy, man. Get back in here.
He might be asleep.
And give us your final thoughts. She ain't asleep. She just didn't want to show her face no more. She's discouraged. Man.
She probably laying down in the bed. It's almost 2:00 in the morning.
Go ahead, Key. We know you got to go to work. We're gonna give you your final thoughts.
I mean, what's funny?
Key, you sleep on us, Key?
No, I'm not. I've been
All right.
listening and watching this entire time.
I know you have.
Okay. Well, I mean, I think I've said everything during the show. So I actually don't think I really have anything else to say. If you just coming in, my perspective is I just think everything should be fair. And I don't want to be a part of a narrative that I don't know to be true, like exactly. So I'm not going to do that. And that's it. It's kind of that simple.
Gotcha.
I love it. I love it, Kay.
All right, Keisha.
Well, I would say that Jeff P is on a ticking time bomb now. First, he was on a clock, and now the clock is winding down to where it's gonna explode on him. And if he made this decision and it don't work out, I hope it blows up in his face. I also want to say I hope Kennedy, she's an amazing talent. I hope Kennedy Carter finds a team and finds a GM who truly value what she brings to the table, truly values her as a player and as a person. I'm hoping that for her. And because we've been on here many times talking about we twerk for Kennedy Carter. So wherever she go, I'm still gonna twerk for her, just like I twerk for Asia Wilson, and just like I twerk for Angel Reese. I'm just upset that they let her go, but this is a business, and I don't put nothing past corporate. All of us have went through something similar. At least I know I have. Where people say, "Look, we don't want you no more." So we got to move on. But I still be her biggest fan. And if she come down there to Wintrust Arena and drop 40 on us, I hope you fired up that night, because I'm gonna be laughing at Jeff P. And hopefully Jeff P. won't make it through the end of the season. If we not even a viable team next year and all these decisions he making don't pan out. The only reason why I don't want it to blow up on the team right now is because of Angel. But if Angel wasn't there, I say let it blow up, man. That's my take.
All right. I just want to address Elle. She needs answers on what Kennedy Carter did last year. I mean, I can't give you a definite answer. All I can do is let you read. According to multiple league sources, players were unhappy with the dynamic created in the locker room last year due to Carter's behavior. Which went unchecked by former coach Teresa Weatherspoon. There was concerns within the team regarding how resigning Carter would impact the Sky's chances of landing other free agents. That's all I can add to it, man. That's all I can answer. I can't give you an answer out of my mouth. All I can do is put up what you asked. See, and then everybody said you can't trust the reports. I respect your opinion on that. You can't trust the reports, but it is what it is, man. There's nothing else I can say about this no more. I want to move on from it, but like I said, man, when things is out there, it's out there for a reason. And I'll go ahead,
will
Keisha.
say this. I will say this. Just like I say about any athlete, if people are lying on you,
Yeah, that's a sad thing.
get you a lawyer
Yep.
and sue them.
Defamation of character.
For
Yep.
defamation of character.
Totally agree. Totally agree.
That's what you do. You get your lawyers involved, and
put a stop to all this stuff.
And put a stop to all this foolishness.
Yeah.
I agree with you, Keisha, because that is costing her money.
Yeah.
Right.
That is causing her emotional distress, especially
Causing
somebody
her
that's already
money.
have emotional issues, that already has a, I don't want to say
Don't
mental
say that.
disorder.
Don't say that. Don't say.
But
we don't know she got emotional issues. Let's not say that. Just don't.
But
just,
she said that herself. She said that herself. We could go back to the LA Sports where she said she left for 2 weeks because she was going through depression.
I was trying to say, because it's people in the chat, you might know that information. I might know that information. But I'm trying to say, you people that's in the chat, or maybe
we're gonna move on from this because
But either way, Gingerbread Man, if they are defaming her and they are lying on her, get your lawyers involved. You have a lawsuit.
Yeah.
Because you're costing me money, you defaming my character, and you costing me contracts. That's what I would do.
And I will say this, man. I mean, it is. There's nothing else I can say, man. I'm not. It's just that. I mean, I love how y'all defending Kennedy Carter. I know how y'all coming. Kennedy Carter's bad, but you know we got to move. We got to move forward, man. I don't want to go back and talk about this no more, man, because it seems to be a very, very tough conversation to have. Because it seems like some people really are getting, I'm not going to say emotional about this, but it's coming to a point where, like, every time somebody says something,
agitation, the tolerance level is there.
And it's almost like when somebody says something,
it's bad.
You know, we putting out lies and false information and stuff like that. I don't want to go down that route.
I was going to do a special tonight on
it's tough.
We need
man.
Kennedy Carter and why we need it. I'm not even going to do that shit.
Yeah,
it's just I'm actually done and off of it.
Yeah,
I'm really off of it. You know, at the end of the day, we all have we all have our opinion.
It's tough.
We all have our way of handling things. And right now, I'm just trying to distance myself from it.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it alone.
You know, people.
This will be my last time talking about it, man. We're gonna move on to bigger and greener pastures.
Remember what
man.
I was saying? That's why I was saying what I said yesterday was that, you know, whoever won, I sit back and I know you was like, man, it don't matter. Somebody won, but
it's
this
not
is
about
what I'm
winning,
talking
man.
about.
Yeah, I understand.
It's
what
not
you're
about
saying.
leave it alone, man. I'm 55.
Yeah.
I don't need nobody else's smoke. Hey, I pray for you. I'm gonna keep it moving. I hope you as a person, if you watch or someone in your family watch, I pray for you. And anybody that's on this board, I'm praying for you. And I hope that you don't get any ill feelings from a conversation that is all over America, right? The conversation is there because a narrative have been put out on her, most part, and also she didn't help some of her situation, right? But it's okay because we all are human. We all make mistakes. It's serious when it affects someone's pockets, but it's not so serious to lose your life or have emotional buildup and problems with other people, places, and things. We got to let this go. Don't get so, I'm butthurt too. I'm really am. I'm hurt that, because I'm a super fan of Kennedy, which all y'all already know. But I gotta let it go, and I can't get myself tied up in somebody not listening to me, or me not listening to nobody, or somebody not believing in me and me not believing in. So that goes somewhere else. We don't have to do that here, and we're gonna keep this space safe, and we don't have to talk about this situation no more, because it's really tiring at a certain point. And that's it. I land.
Bro, Clark, the only way we talk about this again is if Kennedy Carter hits us up on the YouTube and say, "Hey, I want
I'm
to come
coming
up
on.
there and talk to y'all." Yeah, that's it.
That shit is in
And
Pandora box for me.
And one thing, like I said, I will agree with you on this point, L. I said this yesterday. This would be a moot point if she didn't hip check if she didn't hip check Caitlin Clark. This would be a moot point.
That's true. That's true.
This would be a mute point, man.
that.
We wouldn't be talking about this because then
once it happened,
it just shook up everything. So once that happened, every bad thing that Chennedy Carter has ever done, it came out. It came out in the cup. The cup was overrunneth.
And it wouldn't have came out if she didn't do that. Yeah,
exactly. Because everything that was bottled in that cup. You know how you go in the kitchen, right? And you get that Sprite, and you open it up, and you pour it, and you see them bubbles come to the top, and you might think you filled it up, and then you keep pouring, it runs over. So that's what happened in the Kenny Carter situation. The hip check and how mainstream media took that, and everybody ran with it. Everybody talked about she committed first-degree murder against Caitlin Clark and put out all these videos and all this narrative about Chennedy Carter. And that opened up a whole can of her past. Because for people that probably didn't know, I hope everybody knew, Chennedy Carter has a past. But that past was buried.
It surely was, because I didn't know
this situation
about her
came up.
past until that hip check thing, and when they once those reporters, the commentators,
talking about
the commentators, even the commentators that night, they were talking about it, and I was like, oh my God, come on now.
Yep.
And then the next day, Stephen A. and his crew that started dragging her
all on ESPN.
Yeah, and it was and it just kept going and going and going.
And that's the point that I'm trying to make, guys. I know it's a hard conversation to have about Chennedy Carter because everybody got their different perspectives and their different opinions about it. But like I said yesterday, see y'all, I want y'all guys to understand something. Just go back and look at the tape. A lot of things I have said is just 100% facts.
And guess what, K-Sap? Now some of the Indiana Fever, like they said in the chat, now some of the Indiana Fever fans talking about, we need to have Chennedy Carter on our team.
Oh, they've been on that. They've been on that.
Yeah.
They've been on that 2 days ago.
Yeah. So I'm saying to myself, like, I'm looking in this sense, like Chennedy Carter, the past was buried. A lot of people that just now came to the W, and like they said, have stated many a times that they just now started watching the W when this rookie class came in, they probably didn't know firsthand anything of what Chennedy Carter did.
True.
Until that incident happened, and it brought up everything. And just like Miss Tony alluded to, once that happened, now when you're watching games, when you're watching Chennedy play, all her past was dug up through commentary. So it was put out there on national television for now the people to have access to it to go see what the hell that was all about.
Yeah.
Nobody knew the situation that Chennedy Carter got out there in LA Sparks with Kurt Miller. Nobody knew about that. And they wouldn't have known about that if the hip check would never happen with Caitlin Clark.
And it's hard to stop the narrative of mainstream media, K-Sap. Once that train leaves the station, it's hard fighting against it.
And I'm gonna give y'all a prime example. When we came on here and they was talking about she got the good service award over there in China, I was the first person. I didn't know that she had a previous incident in China. No. I didn't know she got in a fight over there with her teammates and the referees in China.
I didn't either.
I didn't know that. until this award came out. And then we got confirmation from B. Will or somebody else said that she had a prior incident the year before in China where she got it fighting her teammates and also getting into it with fighting the referees. And then she got the Good Samaritan Award on the good behavior where she's not fighting her teammates, not fighting the referees.
She just got an MVP too.
These GMs have been very strategic. I see what they're doing.
Yeah. That's the only thing I got to say in that situation, man. If it wasn't for that Kennedy Carter and Caitlin Clark situation, we wouldn't be talking about this. We would be talking about what are the Sky going to do moving forward? What we can go. We got the 3 and 10th pick, and we know we got our scorer on our team in Kennedy Carter.
And guess what, guys? We all know this is not fair. I know people keep bringing up AT choke slamming Angel, but she choke slam Angel. They don't. It's difference between Angel and Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
They don't care about us like that.
No, I did a show about that when AT clothesline Angel and Angel spoke and said, yeah, that's what I want AT to do. She gave me my welcome moment, but nobody wanted to talk about that. Everybody wanted to
be fighting.
Yeah, everybody wanted to talk about that. Yeah,
want to beat up Skylar, and Skylar want to beat up DT.
Everybody.
Look, everybody fight and do all that stuff, but it just seems for some reason when it comes to Kennedy Carter, no matter, I mean, and these people I'm talking about, it's not just one time they've been fighting. It's not just a one-time thing.
Right.
They've been fighting for a good minute.
Everybody came to Caitlin Clark's defense when Skylar Diggins, when what's your name was doing her celebration, and Skylar Diggins didn't want to see all that, and she just ran through the celebration. They made a big deal about that. They made a big deal about the foul that when Angel Reese came from behind to try to block Caitlin Clark shot and hit her.
They was trying to do her like that. Yeah,
that's all they was doing.
And if it would, and the only thing that saved Angel Reese, guys, was when you looked at the video, you could tell it was unintentional. Had it been intentional, or it'd been something.
Yeah,
and this is the same thing they said about Carrington too.
Yeah, they said that she committed a first-degree homicide on the basketball court with her fingernails. Come on, guys. What are we talking? What are we doing here?
This media, these people, the people, like my grandmother used to say, them people, they are strategic with this. When they take down somebody, they take you down strategically.
Exactly.
That's what
they know
do.
what they're doing. They never said nothing about when Caitlin Clark hit Jordan Canada from behind in the head, and the refs never went to replay to look at it to see if it warranted a flagrant foul. You see what I'm saying? But they wanted to stop the play when Angel hit Caitlin Clark upside the head to see if it warranted a flagrant foul.
Yeah.
They wanted to go to the scores table to see if Kennedy Carter's play warranted a flagrant foul. And that's what caused the uproar, because it had to be a stop in the action. So now everybody's watching all the replays. Now the media gets a hold of it. Then you had people like Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharp had honey all the chest is pouring out of their neck, and they was twerking for her, talking about, oh, she shouldn't have did that. The same thing with Skylar Diggins. Shannon Sharp goes on Nightcap, him and Ocho. They out there. Well, you know what I'm saying? You know what she did. She ain't had but she barely even touched her. She just walked through the celebration.
Respectfully, K-Sat, you missed the main point. The reason why they've been doing all that, because it goes back to Charles. It goes back to Diana Taurasi when they said reality is coming. And so they made up the narrative that every black woman was jealous of Caitlin.
Yeah.
And so every situation that happened in W, big or small, even when she got hit with the pick from when they were playing against the Liberty, every incident they want to create the narrative that, hey, these black women are jealous of this Caucasian woman that they want to feel like save the WNBA, and not even give credit to Angel saving the WNBA too. But they just want to be all about her because that's the narrative that they picked. That's they already had the fairy tale of how they want this script to be written when it comes to Caitlin Clark's legacy.
Yeah, man.
That's
Hey,
what it comes down to.
we're gonna end it right there, man.
We're gonna end it because we can talk about this all night.
It's exhausting, you know what I'm saying, and everybody, feels some type of way. I love the support that the chat has for Kennedy Carter. I love how y'all coming to her defense. But in this situation, like I said, I want to move forward from this, guys. This will be the last time I will be talking about this. Next time we talk about her, it's going to be breaking down some of her games on her new team, whatever that team
Hopefully
is.
so, yeah, because I definitely want to see that.
Yeah. So what the
And I
impact she
continue
has.
twerking.
Yeah, what the impact she has on her team that she signs with. So good luck to you in that situation, Kennedy Carter. It's unfortunate that Jeff P don't see the same way we see it. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. But I appreciate everybody in the chat, man. It's crazy that, man, we damn near 4 hours in and we still got 313 people watching us, man.
Yeah.
That's amazing. But y'all do me a favor, man, before y'all put y'all shoes on and leave out the door, and make sure y'all pick up y'all's trash and put it in the trash can, and hit the like button. And hit the like
Hit
button.
that
Man.
like button.
And
Go
I will
subscribe.
I will say this.
Oh, Jesus.
Before you walk out the door, leave your emotions behind you. Okay, leave your emotions behind you. That's come with a fresh start on the next live. And let's get this thing popping. We building something special. Everybody in the chat, I love all the support. I seen some new people in the chat tonight. I can't address everybody, but salute to y'all. Hashtag salute. I see everybody in the comment section, right? I try to respond to all the comments on every video I drop. I try to get to all the comments, but it's hard because the chat was moving tonight, because at one point we had 458 people watching. The chat got out of hand for me. You know what I'm saying? And just hit that like button. Make sure y'all following all these respective channels. Steady Serv'n ENT, Cut the Ish Real Talk Sports, I Am Zoe Media, WBB Universe. And like I said, Nate's coming, AD's coming. We got some other people branching off. We got to support these channels. Make sure y'all supporting The Perspective with Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? Just go over there and, shout him out. Also, ADP Art Creation. She drops lovely art. Make sure y'all following Elle on her social medias. Very informative, award-winning. She got awards. She got hardware to back up what she stands for. What's understood don't have to be explained. Like I told Sister Tony yesterday, I'm glad that you're back. I'm glad that you have returned to form and you cutting up once again. You know what I'm saying? So we love that. We missed you. It's 2025, man. It's a new year.
Oh no, man.
We
I can't do no because there's too many of the sports podcasts, so I gotta figure out what podcast I gotta do.
Yeah.
But
hey, whatever you do, we got your support.
There's too many sports one out here. So
whatever you do, we backing you.
Yeah, you good.
You know what I'm saying? Zoe, I appreciate you coming up on the panel. Appreciate AD, Duvall, Tony, WBB Universe, Keisha, Bro Claude. We had Nate in here. I mean, we had a full panel tonight, and we kept it popping. We kept it respectful. We got all the points across. And if y'all supported Angel, I would feel. Yeah, hey, this is who's this? See, these are new names.
Yeah, we support Angel Reese, honey.
Oh,
we
twerk. We twerk too much for Angel over here. You might.
For Angel
we got a T-shirt. He got a T-shirt.
Yeah.
Check his website.
Website. You might come in here. Nah, I ain't gonna say that because we on the D block. I was gonna say something, but I'm gonna leave it alone.
It's D block time now.
As much as we twerk for Angel on this channel, when we on the D block, you might show up in a thong. So yeah. So I'm just putting it out there, man.
He must ain't hear me talk.
Huh?
He must ain't hear me talk. I'm like Angel.
Now. Come on, K-Sap.
Yeah.
I'm like Angel 3-hour agent. He must have never heard me have a conversation.
You know he get crazy after 2 a.m. You gotta wrangle him back in.
Come on.
Oh, she said She said, okay, hold on. We got to shout her out. She said, I'm from the UK. I've been following because of Angel Reese. That's right.
All right, UK.
If you in the look, she in the UK, she got her thong on and a bra on. I know, I understand. I understand.
No,
I understand. No, it's 2 o'clock. It's 2 o'clock, and she wants us to twerk for Angel. You hear what she said? I've been following because of Angel Reese. She know we should
on that meat.
Yeah, we twerking. We
twerk for
twerking.
Angel.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah,
twerking.
that's
Not
our
in
girl
no
right there.
thong.
We
Come
file
on,
lives
Keisha.
every time they mess with our
Yeah.
girl. Every time they
Too
mess with
Yeah.
early in
Angel
the
Reese.
morning for
Hey,
that.
all you
Keisha.
got to do is look at all my videos. Aisha, whatever. I probably butchered her name up too. What is it? Aisha?
Aisha.
Is it
He
Aisha?
said Aisha.
What's her name? Y'all say what's her
I think
name?
it's Aisha. Aisha.
It's
It's
Aisha.
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 Okay.
All you gotta do
You
is
got
look
an
on my
A in front
channel.
of it. How you get E
Hey,
Aisha?
Aisha. All you gotta do is look on my channel and look at
I'm
all
worse
the
than
videos
K-Sap.
I did. All you gotta do is look at all the videos I did on Angel Reese. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah, she
Angel
my
Reese is
favorite player.
international at this point.
Yeah.
I told
And,
y'all.
and
Hey, can
look,
somebody get Angel Reese up on here too?
yeah,
We need to get Kennedy Carter. We need to get
and
Angel Reese.
Aisha, check this out. This is how bad it gets over here. We twerking for Angel. So look. So
Check the website. Check the
don't.
website.
Hey, look, we supporting Angel. But yeah, I appreciate everybody, man. I appreciate you coming in for the UK. That's powerful, man. You got people in the UK watching you. So man, look, that is special, man. But
All right, mate.
Go ahead.
No, and I'm just imitating the accent. That's all.
Yeah, we had a great show tonight. Appreciate all my moderators, all my channel members. I appreciate everybody. Appreciate you, WBB Universe, for dropping all them links in there. I told you you be on it. You be on it. Moderators, y'all got to start dropping them links, man. I know y'all want to sit back and enjoy the show, man, but y'all got to wrench for a reason. Y'all can do things that most can't. So we need to get that.
We'll try to do that next time.
Yeah, you was on the panel, so I understand that. But yeah, for the moderators, man, just drop them links, man. If y'all don't know them links, man, just go ahead and get copy and paste and put them on a copy and paste, and y'all can just copy and paste and put them in there. But yeah, oh yeah, too much for me. I'm British. We are different. Oh, you too. Oh, British.
Oh, the cup of tea.
You.
Tony,
stop.
Tony.
Stop.
What we said when we have guests. You gotta act a certain way.
Always showing off when we got guests. Aisha.
Everybody
Aisha, don't mind her, Aisha. She just always want to show off when we got guests. Don't mind her. Do not mind her. You know what I'm saying? She just shows off, man. That's all. Sometimes she just showing off. But look, we had a great show, guys. I love doing what we doing, man. I love talking about it, but we ain't talking about this no more. So we're gonna end it with this.
We on Simply Ball Dropping Podcast with my main man, K-Sap, the baddest podcast on planet Earth, baby.
Oh, you motherfucker. Okay. All right. I'm putting cases on all you.
I've been waiting to say this all year, and I'm gonna say it. And this is a good time. Get the stepping.
All right, guys. Good show. I appreciate everybody. Much love. Y'all get some sleep. All right.
All right.
And we out.
Zoe.
All right.
Love you, Prince.